The information that I'm going to be presenting to you guys in this video is going to, at a bare minimum, showcase yet another example of pirate software being incredibly scummy. Now, at the time of recording this, I've spoken to a lawyer, and I'm actually going to be including a few clips from our conversation that we had, as I think they're useful for this video. But I'm also going to be creating an update video where I go much more in depth with this lawyer after we fully go through the details of all the information that we've gathered. Through other people, we've also been able to get in touch with someone who works at Twitch.
There's also the new pirate software stuff, so I guess Quintheo put out an update. We covered pirate software the other day, and I got a segment dropping later this week, which was the Just Got Caught video. But now apparently we're at the point where we're interviewing people who used to live with pirate software. This video really kind of has to, like, I like Quinn. I like what Quinn's been doing. I feel like this video has to have a point. If you're gonna start, like, interviewing people's roommates on guys they hung out with, there kind of needs to be, like, a reason we're here, you know? Because it's kind of weird, I would say. That's kind of fucking weird. She works at Twitch. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Also, he's getting, like, weirder in these thumbnails.
I believe that the reason that Kronos gave was insincere. That is my personal belief. You know, they're getting money on top. I believe that the reason that Kronos gave was insincere. That is...
Kronos is the moderator. So I'm guessing this is additional information for the hype train stuff. Probably this is how Mama Max edits stuff. He'll just be talking and then he'll like left, right, and he'll just like make it look like you're glitching out.
Collude with his lead moderator Kronos to inflate and extend the duration of his hype train.
I'm sorry, Kronos is the moderator and a lawyer. He's a legal moderator.
Like more info on this situation, here's a link to said video. But to continue on, I had told you guys that I would potentially be speaking with a lawyer, as well as the fact that I'd reached out to someone that was working with Twitch. Now,
okay, good. This is the follow-up. Okay.
That lead ended up falling short with the person working at Twitch.
Okay, this is not that follow-up. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
But I got very lucky and ended up running into someone who had worked at Twitch for...
Dude, I was out here trying to get information on the previous video, and then I found a Twitch employee who lived with pirate software.
8 years and actually had expertise with the terms of service. Their name here is Aludiana, and they were also an ex-Blizzard employee as well as...
Oh, God. Dude, I'm getting Alana Pierce flashbacks. She didn't even work at Blizzard, did she? Alana Pierce worked at fucking From Software. No, she worked at... Oh, God. Where did she work? She worked at Sony? God of War. She worked at God of War.
Twitch. And now what's even more interesting is they actually were working with Pirate Software when he worked at Blizzard.
So we've got a Twitch employee who worked with Pirate Software and lived with him in Blizzard. No, worked with him at Blizzard, lived with him in real life, and worked at Twitch.
Here is Aludiana.
Is this like a former partner? Why would she be this close to Pirate Software? He had a platonic female roommate?
It's kind of higher up, but not only that, she was also an ex-roommate of his, and she has a lot to talk about. Now, for the sake of you guys, the viewers, I wanted to break this down. So in this video...
Yeah, and she's also a former child, too. Don't forget that.
We're specifically going to be going over the Twitch terms of service breakages. So that's what's going to be in the contents of this video, and then I'll be releasing a secondary video to go over her experiences with him as a roommate, as well.
Yeah, like, why would you do that if you weren't dating? Bro, my brain is warped, dude. My brain is literally fucking warped, dude. Based off of the iNabber thing. Have you guys ever watched, like, the iNabber I'm Alex coverage? iNabber broke up with his girlfriend and lived with her for, like, I shit you not, 6 months.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Bro, I don't care how nice you are. Why the fuck would you live in a platonic fucking interaction with your ex for 6 months if you have an opportunity to, like, not do that? Get the fuck out of here. I simply don't believe that any person would want... Dude, and it's like, you're trying to move on. Like, what are you guys going to start dating while you're in the same house with each other? That's going to go super well, right?
Working with him. And you'll get to hear...
I would hate I don't even know how that could work.
Hear about how he would choose not to do his job and instead...
Well, I didn't want to make her homeless. It's like, that's not your fucking problem, dude.
Instead would browse Reddit. Yeah. Last 10 seconds before we jump in, consider subscribing. Really helps out the channel, and it's just a click for you guys. And like the video if you end up finding...
If you like the video, go ahead and like Quintheo, dude.
The information useful, want to help boost it in the algorithm. It really does help me a great deal. But with all that being said, hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the interview. So let's kind of shift our focus over to talking about the more recent stuff.
Okay, dude, what the fuck? I just have to ask, all right? What is this? Why are you on the right? Why do we have like a front look at like your potted plant? What is this format that we're looking at right here? Why don't you just move over? This is such a weird... This is AI? It might be. This is a bizarre fucking backdrop. Okay.
Recent video that I had done had kind of brought to light that there was some exchange DMs between Pirate Software and his
Why are you on the right? Nick has gone woke.
lead
She's mirrored. Okay, then why is she on the left then?
moderator Kronos that are kind of, I would say, clearly implying that they were kind of working together. Matter of fact, even with the previous messages that Kronos showed, one of which is...
All right, I'm so lost though. Why would this random woman who used to work with him, why would she know if the hype train was legit? Was there like a timeline here where she was like around?
Edited, and apparently he's just not available right now, but in the next few days I should be able to see when he edited that message. But regardless, this hype train was kept alive by, at the very
Ex-wife? Why do you keep spamming ex-wife?
least from what we see here, Kronos. And I went through in that video and did quite a hefty amount of speculation, and where that specifically there was part of that with the terms of service, and that is kind of a bit of why we got in touch. If you could, so what is your experience with Twitch, the terms of service, things like that?
Okay, this is the fun part. So I was the sole UX writer for Twitch. What that means is I touched every department.
Bro, I'm gonna lose it. And the video doesn't match up with the words, dude. Come on, Quinn! Quinn! Fix it!
That includes things like terms of service enforcement.
Okay, so she knows about... Okay, then why did Dr. Disrespect get banned? I don't care about this. Dude, I literally... Bro, I would have had her on for this conversation, and I would have railroaded her with, like, why did Dr. Disrespect get banned? If you're the head of UX UI, why was he banned? Where are the messages?
I was the sole UX writer for Twitch. What that means is I touched...
Bro, fuck this whole story into the ground. Immediately pivot to Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, this is the fun part. So I was the
I would have... shut up.
sole UX writer for Twitch.
I would have ratioed her.
What that means is I touched every department at Twitch. That includes things like terms of service enforcement. That includes all of the contracts. I dealt a lot with trying to convince a lot of the teams that they needed to be more explicit with their terms. And a lot of the time...
Guys, we found the one Twitch employee that was willing to speak about this. And they're like, yeah, I told them, listen, that your terms suck and that it's really vague and we need to make a bit more,
And they weren't, because they wanted to be as concise as possible, which makes sense because, users don't want to read anything. Like, that is just a thing. So we have to have an understanding in the terms of service that things need to be taken more or less literally. When we're speaking on terms of... Well,
then I think you kind of failed, right? If your intent was to speak literally through your terms of service, which is like the most vague document in history, I don't think you did a good job.
Inflating numbers, we mean things like view counts. It means the actual functional numbers that would actually matter for metrics. Like, it has nothing to do with things like...
Well, apparently this segment is still fucking Ethan Hassan Destiny, because it's like actually fucking relevant right now.
Like donations,
or a hype train level.
Or a hype train level.
All right. Quintheo has stumbled on like a really opportunistic interview here, and he's asking about the hype train that Pirate Software did. And for context, messages were leaked that Pirate Software's moderator used an alternate account to then boost his hype train. And he made like 6 figures on some of these things. So there's like a real incentive to keep this thing going because it gives viewers like FOMO. He at one point had like a record for the most hype trains. It was broken earlier this year, right? So like there is a huge financial benefit to keeping these stupid hype train things going. And now he's being accused, I guess, of having a moderator, having an employee fabricate it. But like they don't have him dead to rights. They don't have like Pirate Software getting the money back from this, or giving this guy back his money or something. And that would be like a big, like, people are arguing it's borderline illegal, right? And it should violate terms of service, but you would need to prove that they knowingly did this and that like he was, I guess, giving the mod back the money and stuff just to like boost it. It's like the equivalent of like taking an eBay bid and seeing that nobody seems to really be interested on it except one guy who's about to win, and then taking an alt account and just upping the price to artificially boost it.
Okay.
Like, it should not have anything to do with that because Hype Train is one of the...
Why did Pirate Software ask permission to... Wait, why did Pirate's mod ask permission to donate? And why did he tell the mod to only donate when it looks like it's going to end? Here's the fun part. Who cares? There's I mean, I could sit here and tell you, well, maybe the guy thought it would be weird if he donated and asked for permission just to make sure like that's okay with them or whatever, if it's an awkward thing that's happening. And maybe it was like, oh, well, you should do it when it's at like when it's about to end. Oh yeah, that would be the best way I can contribute to it. And then people were asking percentages. Like, there's a million reasons why he could have done this, but none of those are it's still not, you've caught him. You haven't caught him red-handed. So it doesn't really matter. It's like we could sit here and speculate on it. I think the biggest example that is in the favor that Pirate Software has done something malicious is that they had the person use an alternate account, and then that alternate account made direct reference to the actual moderator's, like their screen name, right? Because their moderator turned around and said, well, I didn't want to get harassed, but the message says, hey, I'm friends with the moderator. So that's like the strongest argument that there is something nefarious happening here. But ultimately, whatever you think or whatever you want to believe is what you'll get out of it. There's no hard evidence that he's done anything super fucking malicious here.
Those very pay-to-win systems. If you can pay to win, you pay to win. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
Okay.
Now, there is something to be said about if Pirate himself was using an alt account to inflate the numbers, that could potentially be an argument. But if it was his mods, it is not unusual for mods themselves to contribute to hype trains.
And they got an employee to come on here, and she's saying exactly what Pirate Software said, right? Like, yeah, dude, a lot of moderators for live streams usually get there because they become known in the chat by donating lots of money. That is something that happens everywhere, including here, right? Some of the moderators of this stream are people who have contributed a lot, so I've seen their names a million times, so I felt comfortable giving them some sort of control over the channel. Probably not the smartest strategy, but like that is ultimately like a very common thing that happens.
So if they could do that in the first place, they are more than welcome to sustain the hype train.
So it's not typical for a mod to go out of their way to create an alternate account to do this thing.
Yeah,
like Grizzly. Hi, Grizzly.
There are, and I don't want to say this is normal. Like, this is not something that ever...
Smaggle's a unique example because he forced his way onto our Minecraft server and then actually became fan favorite. So now he's everywhere.
Everybody does. However, something that...
I'm not familiar with what a hype train is. All right, you see the YouTube goal system? Imagine an alternate version of the goal system that we currently have in place over here, which, by the way, I believe we probably need to set a new one soon, right? Yeah. Let's say I'm going to set a 5-goal thing right now. Now, imagine if, as this goal was ending, right, it could be extended indefinitely. So it's like we've hit our 5 super chat goal, but
Nick just started insulting
for like
me viciously on Twitter.
2 minutes.
Time to wail until I get mod?
Thank you.
Got it.
Now, all right, for like 2 minutes after this thing hits 5, imagine if it's like it can keep going up, and then it'll go to 6, and then it'll restart the 2-minute counter, and then it'll go up, it'll be 7 out of 5, and then it'll go up, and it'll go up, and it'll go up, and that timer keeps counting down. If it hits 0, your train ends. That's essentially what Hype Train is over at Twitch. It's like a FOMO, keep gifting. You can unlock emotes and shit for boosting the Hype Trains, right? But it keeps people contributing and constantly subscribing to the channel. So some of these people will get like 800 subscriptions and get like triple digit. Yeah, that's what it is. Money, money, money. Yeah.
Some people will elect to do, especially if they want to protect their privacy. You'll see this with
Do you have monkeypox? Whoa!
No.
Did your girlfriend use a strap-on and give you monkeypox? Jesus Christ!
What?
I heard you're into some BDSM shit, so I'm just wondering if that's how you got it. Why are you still here? Bro, that one got me! It glitched on my screen, so your donation didn't even show up, and all I heard was the O, and I'm like, oh fuck, somebody just donated a shitload. Holy fuck, that caught me off guard. That legitimately actually caught me.
let's say e-girls. All right.
Awesome pause, dude. Wait.
However, something that some people will elect to do.
Oh, wait, this is a really good example by her. I know exactly where this is going.
Especially if they want to protect their privacy. You'll see this with, let's say, e-girls. All right? Like, people will create...
So she's arguing that they'd create alternate accounts to donate because there's such a high stigma against donating to e-girls that you wouldn't want to be seen as a tier 3 to Pokimane. That, like, Pokimane's mods could be somebody that you even know, but they use alternate disguise names so you don't actually find out that they're like that. That's a really good argument because Pirate Software is like a very hated content creator, but I'm not really sure if he was at the time.
Create alt accounts to give huge donations to certain accounts that they don't necessarily want to have attention drawn to their mains with, whatever their reasoning may be behind it. I believe that the reason that Kronos gave was insincere. That is my personal belief.
I actually agree with you, and the reason that I agree with you is because 100 tier 1 subs had already been donated by his main account, which he said as much about.
And also,
and that's a good argument. Like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to give any more. You've already given 100 subs. So then, like, why would you need to get on an alt anyway?
so if you're creating an alternate account, you do not say, this is my alternate account.
Which, yeah, he's a grown-ass man. He can do what he wants with his money. I don't think I've ever heard of a grown-ass man receiving a paycheck and then taking part of that check and handing it back to his boss.
Okay, so I know that Chris the Narc's editor donates to him a lot, and it's weird. It's not like weird as in like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But Chris will pay his editor, and then he'll just show up and blow the money on my stream and then back to Chris. The guy is the Confusing Opinion. If you ever see him in chat, that's a guy who edits for Chris, and he'll just show up and he'll do that. He will literally do that.
But I digress. That's just a goofy, funny little thing.
It's a goofy thing. And honestly, if he wanted to lie about it, he could say, I wanted the emoji.
Core? No, Core was a donator for a while in like Tommy C's stream. And I think he donated like a decent amount to me like 6 years ago or something. So no, he was not like an editor or whatever. He kind of joined the fold that way. I'm telling you right now, money will get you everywhere. If flattery won't get you anywhere, money will get you everywhere, okay?
Vote on 2 accounts.
No, but Core's actually super chill. That's why he's still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are so many better excuses.
Oh, Core edits for Chris? I didn't even know he became an editor now.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the first main point that I had brought up. And so the reason that I was looking at this specific point here was he's offering to sell, trading, bartering, or transferring bits to other users to Twitch in exchange for a real
Tier 3 subs are $25. Kronos bought 100 Tier 3s and 7... yeah, I know. It's an insane amount of money.
or virtual currency. Now, the reason I use this...
I would love to be a fly on the wall in, like, Aiden Project's room when he sees, like, the Kronos donation. Like, unironically, I think that Mike from PA probably has a couple of Kronoses, because I can't imagine this guy's getting a ton of actual community support.
Is because... And I actually didn't know this at the time, but the assumption was based on the verbiage that they used in their...
How does Kronos have so much money? Dude, Oilers just exist, bro. You kind of have to understand that Oilers come and go. There are going to be people who come to your streams and they donate hundreds of dollars, some cases per night, and you don't really think too much about it, and you don't really expect it to happen, because ultimately these people are going to come, they're going to spend a shitload of money in like a 3-month span, and then they're going to be gone. You don't really understand how common this is until it happens, and it will happen. Even if you're like a smaller streamer, you'll get an Oiler. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they're like taking money out or fucking they're just blowing all of their... I have no idea how it happens, but it is very common.
Discussion, it implied that they were trying to get the best return for the streamer, which would end up being better for Kronos when it turned. Now, I did just find out recently that it was established for that hype train that the moderators were going...
like DSP is wasn't he like entirely funded by like insane Oilers?
...to be receiving half of that hype train's proceeds.
Oh my god.
That was announced publicly.
Whales. I mean, you can call them whales, you can call them Oilers, but like they're kind of the same thing. It's just like Twitch terminology.
Matter of fact, it's on the Discord. I now have access and screenshots of that.
Dude, you know what? Fine. All right, you don't like whales, you don't like Oilers, that's fine. We're going to call them Israeli Andes, okay?
Message. And so Kronos, alongside the other moderators, knew full well...
Rewind? What did I miss?
Oh my god.
That was announced publicly, which would end up being that they were trying to get the best return for the streamer, which would end up being better.
Wait, I'm confused.
The reason I use this is because... And I actually didn't know this at the time, but the assumption was based on the verbiage that they used in their discussion. It implied...
Slimy Weasley fuck.
We have high-paying jobs and no children.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That they were trying to get the best return for the streamer, which would end up being better for Kronos when it turned. Now, I did just find out recently that it was established for that hype train that the moderators were going to be receiving half of that hype train's proceeds.
Okay, so that's like significant. That would be significant. That's like... It's buried 6 minutes into this video, and that kind of needed to be in the last one, but I don't think he knew it at the time that he made it. So there
Nick
is
just started
incentive
insulting
for
me viciously
Kronos
on
to want to
Twitter.
boost the hype train. Because if he boosts the hype train, it will cause more people to donate. Like, by extending it at the last second, you are literally causing more people to contribute. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where is that, like, substantiated from, though?
That was announced publicly. Matter of fact, it's on the Discord. I now have access and screenshots of that message. And so Kronos, alongside the other
Does he show
moderators,
it?
knew full well that they would be receiving half the money that was being sent here. So
All right, now this becomes a story. Now I'm interested. Because this is like the one time where you can't leak messages that look like you're colluding if these people are making a huge percentage off of this.
now that 80% share makes a lot more sense that they were discussing it, because that meant that they were going to get more money back after giving it to the hype train.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
those returns actually, I think, are
Well, it's 6:30. It's 6:30 into a second video about this, though. Like, that's the most important. That is literally the most important piece of information.
with respect to
I don't see how any of this matters. Okay, it's super simple, right? Moderator working with streamer, right? They're going to be doing a hype train where a percentage of the hype train is going back to the mod team. All right. So the hype train's dying at a certain point, and the only way to continue a hype train is to donate to it. If you contribute to the hype train and you donate to it, that'll give more time and further incentivize more people to donate. So by pumping the thing with like money at opportune times, you'll artificially extend it significantly longer, making the pot significantly larger, right? So now what you'd have to go do is go back and look at the footage and see like, well, how much was donated after this weird alt account booster? Because now it would also look weird if the mods keep jumping in to extend the hype train at the last second. Knowing that the mods are going to make money back from this, if you see this fucking Kronos guy pop up right at the end as the timer goes off multiple times, you'll start to be like a bit discouraged to continue donating, because it looks like this guy's literally just boosting this so he gets a bigger cut.
the transaction value of
It's like trying to intentionally pump a meme coin. Yeah, but probably less nuclear version of that, yeah.
bits because there's an exchange rate. The return on the actual purchase of
This seems normal. I wasn't surprised at all. Who wouldn't do this? I think you're out of your mind, dude. That's like an insane take.
bits versus what
It sounds super fucking sketchy, dude. I'm
the
sorry.
streamer gets, because the streamer gets
This is like the most sketchy thing. I think that some of the pirate software stuff is super blown out of proportion, but this is like, I mean, dude, this could be the difference between like $100,000 and $300,000 with like opportunistic hype trains. Like, we're talking about 6-figure intervals here of money that these people are making off of some of these hype trains.
gets 100% of the bits when they're directly donated. The difference is if they're donated through an extension, which I think they were talking about extensions. If they're donated like through the soundboards and things like that,
Sure.
then the extension maker obtains a portion of that.
Is that the 20% or the 18%, 82%?
That's whichever percent. I can't remember exactly.
I think they only made like 50,000 that stream. But again, like, I would like to go back and find out how much was made after this guy went on an alt account and extended it, right? If it's like tens of thousands of dollars, it's kind of sketchy, yeah, I would say. I mean, it's still sketchy in general, but then it becomes worse.
The percent, but that's where the extra cut comes from. Otherwise, the bits are a one-to-one donation. So if you donate 100 bits after purchase to a streamer, they get 100 bits.
Interesting. Okay, so
Because you already paid that transaction fee.
They're telling me Kronos received 2,500 from the hype train, so that's most of his money back then, right?
What's the name of the guy?
How much did he
Keemstar
actually
Orbiter?
donate?
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
that makes sense. So then in turn, well, I think
Yeah, only 50K? That's just like a year's salary? Yeah, I mean, literally.
we can then chalk that up. So the reason that the bit percentage that they were talking about was brought up is because they were using text-to-speech. Would that have been a
I
third party?
believe So
They're basically washing their money through the train to get... Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They're washing their own money through the hype train to get fans to donate more.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated.
If that's
the
what's
shout-out.
happening here, that would be a good way to describe it.
Okay.
But then for the other terms here, if you want me to explain these.
Yes,
like
please.
the real or virtual currencies. This pertains to something like Robux. That's real or virtual currency.
So selling, offering, selling, trading, bartering. They're arguing the Twitch TOS thing here. I'm going to be honest with you. If it broke TOS, they'd already have banned him. I mean, like, I don't think that they're... like why would Twitch be incentivized to protect pirate software, right? Like what would be the value there? I guess does pirate software have like shooters over on Twitch team or whatever defending him?
Like any of those virtual currencies.
So like giving bits to a creator in exchange for Robux.
You're giving me bits.
So basically, she's saying that the interpretation that Quintheo has is wrong.
It's for WoW Gold.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Again, so the main reason that I was focusing on is like for that real currency. So I would say what you're arguing here, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that even though Kronos at this point understood
thank you for hitting the goal. Appreciate it.
That he would be getting a return of the money that was donated through the hype train, whether it be through bits, donations, etc., subs. Even with him knowing that fact and then donating to the stream, in his head, or the way that he's understanding it, or maybe that pirate, or, you know, just for the hypothetical, they know that they are donating these bits, and in return, they're going to be receiving half of the funds that come back, or as that's dispersed among the moderators. Even with that kind of like thought process, that doesn't change the fact.
So I'm getting sent this right now. This is supposedly, here's proof that Kronos did in fact get reimbursed for this. So here's the message from Thor. This obviously is Pirate Software's fraudulent title. Got the numbers from the Giga Train. You guys amassed a total of $75,000.
Slimy Weasley fuck.
It was slightly
Based
less.
off
So I
of
rounded up.
available
Yo, thank you.
Kronos donated 1K to the hype train and received 2,500 as an overall staff reward.
Half of the Giga Train comes to $37,000. We currently have a staff the size of 15, not counting me. This split evenly for all staff members comes out to $2,500. This bonus will be applied to everyone in the organization outside of myself. The payments will go all out at the end of the month. For the other $37,500, it'll be applied towards the ferret rescue. I'm putting together all of the cash to make sure we have enough for construction, still waiting for contractors and county to come to terms. So, I mean, yeah, this is like evidence that he was reimbursed for these super chats. You could argue that this wasn't intended to be reimbursement, but I think it is kind of fucking weird if moderators, like employees, staff members, are going on alt accounts to boost this thing so they get a higher reward. This is fucking crazy. That's actually insane.
That at a fundamental
that's more than we had yesterday
level on the Twitch service, it was not a direct exchange for finances.
That's what I'm worried about.
This seems to be an afterthought. So that's not a horrible argument. Okay, I've already dropped 100 tier 1s, so like 1/3 of last year, but I said when we discussed all these weird messages sent around the community in January, I'm going to switch to my alt in case I want to drop more. If I do drop more, I'll drop them at the end of the level timer, the 30-second mark, for example, because the community always tries to last second it, and Twitch is lagging, so it's a recipe for disaster. Out of interest, for when I stream in May, what is the best way for people to take place in hype trains? If it's about to lose, sure, because, what is this? So yeah, I guess, like, was it announced prior or only after? I mean, I assume that they were planning this ahead of time, right? Kronos, you could ask me about this. I've literally seen countless streamers drop a mega bomb. Is there any response to this? That's if this screenshot is even real. It comes from the Discord server. This doesn't sound like an afterthought. It sounds like they planned out to distribute it this much. Wouldn't it have been said on the stream and be verbally that was the plan? But if it was said verbally, I'm sure we would have heard about it sooner.
Like, that's the way that Twitch should enforce.
How much was he raised? That was my first question too, chatter. We would have to know how much was raised after he did this too. That would be significant.
That's it. But that's not.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Yeah.
How this is written.
A mod would only need their fans to donate 24% of the value of their booster donation during the extended duration to see a profit. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the massive thing about the terms of service. These are the things that I was constantly fighting while I was at the community, because they need to be more explicit about this. Because yes, they are making these bits donations.
Because it sounds like he literally made money by donating to a streamer, which is insane.
In lieu of a payout later on. Like, they know they're going to get paid back, and not just reimbursed. They're getting a paycheck for this work. You know, they're getting money on top of buying these bits. They're essentially getting bribed.
So that's kind of what this sounds like. Like, what she's arguing here for, like, what the intent of the TOS is it kind of sounds like exactly what we're talking about.
To do this. So, to me, that's illicit. To me, that should absolutely be a bannable offense.
Yeah.
But Twitch is not going to enforce it because they were not using bits to exchange directly for money.
Even
like,
if
So the reason why Twitch would enforce this is there's no... But, like, I don't agree with her. Because he did use bits, and he was paid money. I guess it's not direct? Is that the issue?
even if this is like, okay, well, we'll work around the rule. There's no, well, we're not planning to go forward and like edit the rule to make it more specific because they prefer conciseness over covering
They didn't send 10,000 bits for an Apple gift card.
That's all this is.
That's all it is. You literally have to... It has to be like it has to be completely shameless or Twitch wouldn't... Okay. That's weird.
Plan to cover.
This feels like exactly why they would have a TOS against something like this.
It is seriously messed up. Yeah.
Okay, well, totally
I genuinely hope that I am wrong. The way that this...
Like, if you artificially boost your viewer count, your view count on YouTube, they freak the fuck out about that. Because you know who gets put out? The advertisers who fund the platform. If you artificially inflate your fucking... and I imagine Twitch is the same way, right? Like, if you're sitting there and just farming ads off of other people's content, I'm imagining they don't want that shit monetized there either, right? But if you're farming your viewers, that's different. They don't care over at Twitch.
This is written and the way that this has been enforced, unless there is an actual transaction taking place, there is no way that this would be enforceable.
Okay.
It really does suck because I completely agree with you. That is how it should be enforced. There was collusion. There was a payout here.
Yes,
yeah.
The thing that makes it worse for me isn't that is happening. It's...
Okay, here, look at this. So Chatter was asking, this is a message I'm seeing right here, also apparently from Pirate Software. Allegedly, this is being sent to me. I don't have the Discord myself. I didn't screenshot this. I hope you understand. The year Gigatrain, the yearly, so apparently they do this every fucking year. Our previous record was level 106 at 47%. Vendal beat it on January 1st with a level 111 at a 55% train. If you would like to take part in this, I will see you there. Also, I have a surprise that I've been keeping from the team until now. Over the last couple of months, we had to deal with an insane amount of moderation work. What the team does allows this place to be cool, as I want to recognize that this year. 50% of the Gigatrain will be given as a bonus to all staff members outside of myself. For those who don't know, the moderators and other staff members are full-time salaried employees. They receive medical, vision, dental, life insurance. A little glaze for himself in there. The bonus is in addition to their base pay. Thank you for an amazing year, and I hope to see you on this glorious April Fool's Day. So that kind of settles it. If this is a real message, they're fully aware. They're sending messages back and forth about boosting it.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter,
and then they ultimately took
DeOrio.
$2,500 payouts each. Yeah, I mean, this is from this year. Yeah, it says from fucking March 29th, 2025, yeah. A British Andy took that screenshot.
Just how that ends up incentivizing a viewer, someone that is potentially willing to donate, how that impacts their psyche when it goes into, do I donate to this person?
Dude, that's crazy that fucking moderators are getting dental and YouTubers don't have it for the most part. Your favorite YouTuber doesn't have dental insurance,
because
but the moderators of Pirate Software do, so enjoy that.
That is just like, even with me when I was starting out my channel, it is enticing to pump my numbers up, whether it be through ads, whether it be through like any sort of type of viewership, because when you approach a number where, like, for subscribers, you hit 100K, you have a check mark next to your name. You have 100,000 views on a video that's gone out in a couple hours. People are more in...
Bro, this video is mistitled. It should be like getting all the evidence for my claims yesterday, the video. And by the way, these screenshots aren't even in here, but this is pretty fucking damning. Yeah. I think this is more damning. This video at 10 minutes is more damning than his previous video.
Incentivized to click on it because of that, you know, appealing to the popularity of something. There's kind of like a...
Like, this is all of the evidence that I would need to be like, all right, I'm thinking this might be what happened.
Guaranteed buy-in that people understand, oh, this person's reputable.
Also, I'm super looking forward to the comments.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
I gotta fucking get that video out quick, dude.
Donating
my whole
for the
comment.
goal.
Thank you.
Woo. Remember my dental, Nick.
Dude, I need to, like, get that video out quickly because everyone's just gonna be commenting in the fucking thing, being like, "No, you don't understand. There are these Discord DMs, and in the Discord DMs, they specifically said that they knew they were getting money, and he got paid $2,500." And it's gonna, oh god, it's literally gonna send me through a fucking wall.
And you can see that proof by other...
fuck me, dude. This is what I get for covering this a day earlier.
People being willing to follow, listen, donate, etc.
Yeah, not only that, but does this mean that we can bot hype train?
Well, actually, I think then it's pretty clear that he was paid from it if you check the message.
Now to keep them going in perpetuity.
And then they also are rewarded. The viewers are rewarded with the Cap Infinite emote, with other rewards along the way. And now there's also a popular, like he got a news article when he broke the 106 world record. There is.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like he was like humble bragging about his fucking world record in this prior. Like this obviously like means a lot to him.
There's a lot to gain by also stimulating.
Jordan Peterson, I'm not crying on national television, okay? I'm not doing that.
This. Good to hear that from someone who has that experience on Twitch. I'm glad it's not just
no, we're on the same page. Like I regularly raged at this company. I was one of the few people who is actually embedded in streaming. Like I was one of the few people who was a moderator for Heavier Partners and also a regular streamer.
Dude, Dan Clancy fired this woman, and we have no. I'm honestly, I'm in her corner. I have no idea what she did. I'm in her corner because I agree with her.
Platform, and it's things like this where like you need to clearly outline what is going on here. Like, what do these terms mean?
I don't know if they actually fired her. She might have just left. She might have left on good terms, but.
Because people are going to exploit the system.
The engage in viewership tampering, and then you say such as. So the way that I read that is those are examples and not fully encompassing the entirety of what that plans to cover. Because again, from my perspective, when I was first reading it, I was going broad. And so in my head, when
the problem is everyone who goes to read the Twitch TOS, they're like, I think this person should be banned here. And they go to cite the TOS. I think the TOS is usually fairly vague, and I think people use that to their advantage to like write this ideal perfect fucking world scenario where it means exactly what they think. Like, oh, look at this. Well, if you assume X, Y, and Z, then this TOS thing is like exactly what happened to this YouTuber.
Is Dark Vibe AU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be
I mean, you're not going to like the example, but it's the Hassan Piker doxing incident where they read it in a way that it was obviously not intended to be like that wasn't the intention behind it, but they like concoct their own choose, like they create a choose your own adventure for what they want the TOS to actually be interpreted as.
When I see viewership inflation, that for me also at that time.
That's why it's so funny they're saying, well, we wrote it as clear as possible because it's very vague.
Included a hype train's level, because you would assume the assumption is those are the viewers that are donating in, and that isn't the moderators, that isn't, you know, working together to do that.
I wish. Part of viewership tampering is anything that can play into your stream analytics. So we're talking things like chat activity. Like that is another metric that can be tampered with.
Is revenue from
yeah, I think that, dude, I can't imagine. The reason why they would be mad about tampering is ad rates, advertisers. They were offering, basically they were using chat rate and all this other shit. They don't care about your donations specifically because that wasn't being used to calculate your hourly rate. Remember when they were doing like, not universal basic income, but they were cutting streamers deals. I don't know if they still do it. Whereas like if you stream X amount of hours per week and you run a certain amount of ads, we'll give you like this bonus.
Donations not considered?
No, because it's not viewership.
Interesting.
That's just straight revenue. Yeah.
And so correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like the main reason that it's super focused, it has nothing to do with revenue. So even like a hype train level is like we were kind of looking at. I think that was more from a consumer perspective. It sounds like the reason we're so focused on the viewership counts is because that's coming from a brand.
Because ad revenue.
Yes. So,
yeah, the ad revenue is king. Because if advertisers find out that all this information is fucking fake, right? It's why like that's why viewer botting is bad. Like viewer botting is bad because it's pathetic, but it's also bad because then they're running ads on fucking fake traffic, right? That means these companies are paying money to run fucking ads and
Can
stuff.
I say something to you, Nick?
On content that's not real. Like on viewers that aren't real.
That's going to,
and that's an actual danger to the platform. Whereas like I guess your hype train isn't something they're really committed to stopping.
Look bad, and that's going to end up with Twitch losing money if they don't enforce, like, you know, making sure people aren't botting views, because then those aren't actual returns on advertisers.
Yeah,
this can make Twitch lose their own monetization from advertisers. This can make them lose ad partners.
That makes sense. In 10.2 here, this is against the terms of service, and you will not impersonate any person or entity, falsely claim an affiliation with any person or entity, access the Twitch services accounts of others without permission, etc., etc., misrepresent the source.
This all feels like boilerplate, but wouldn't This would just be on Kronos. Like, uh-oh, Kronos might lose their account.
Or content of information transmitted via the Twitch services or perform any other similar fraudulent activity. So my perspective on this, my understanding, the reason that I had brought this up is because Kronos, who I would
this part doesn't matter,
consider at this point a public figure because of he has his own socials. He is the lead moderator for Pirate. It was their stream. So I think for all points considered, the viewership of that treats him as a public figure as well. He had an alternate account.
Like, even if you ban Kronos for impersonating someone who doesn't exist, which probably wouldn't even be classified as impersonation, it doesn't affect Pirate software.
That he misrepresented as someone who knew Kronos, who spoke highly of Pirate as if, they were a viewer and they donated in that sense. And so technically, yes, it is a false affiliation with Kronos because this is Kronos himself.
Yeah, this is reaching.
He faked having a friend. But the more, that's funny.
Yeah, Kronos' fake name can't be impersonation. But what he is right that it would be like falsely claiming to be like affiliated with himself. But again, nobody cares. Like, imagine if Smaggle was like, I'm coming in as like Maggle Smaggle. All right, and I know Smaggle Daggle, and I'm like a good friend of his. I don't think that Twitch would ban him for that. I don't know. I think it's stupid.
But the more specific thing, right, was the
irrelevant point,
misrepresenting.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I see where he's trying to go with it, but it's like it's wishful thinking to the max.
The source, identity, or content of information transmitted via the Twitch services. He misrepresented. He faked being somebody else.
Yeah, and sadly, this tends to only work the opposite direction. So lying upward is what you get in trouble for. Lying downward, you do not get in trouble for. And they see that
this is to avoid people saying like, I moderate for Pokemon and jumping into stream chat. Like, that's obviously why it's here. Oh, I'm very good friends with Asmongold and I work with him and here's a bunch of information. It's just some guy fucking lying. They're trying to ban like the my dad works for Nintendo people. You can't be like, oh dude, I'm good friends with some random fucking shitter that moderates your channel. That's not what they're looking to enforce.
As trying to protect your real identity. So it's not.
Wait, oh my god, it's Shelbo. Yeah, like dude, Shelbo is this term. Dude, that's who it's made for. It's made for people who are lying saying they're dating Pokemon. That's exactly who would be hit by this policy.
Hiding who you
remember when he said he was like falsely reported? This is probably why his account went down.
You are, because I'm a moderator and I can't let people know I'm a moderator. They see that as, yes, you want to not have people know that you're a moderator because then they might try to cause problems because you're a moderator.
They're not looking at it as I'm obfuscating where this money is coming from to keep this hype train alive. Because again, this is also, admittedly, this is a niche thing in comparison to Twitch's like general audience, but they're more specifically focused on some people don't want their identity and so, I mean, the rule is in place not to avoid potential fraudulent activity by pretending to be somebody else. It is to obfuscate to protect the identities of people who don't want to be harassed.
Yeah, the fraud would be like if he was posing as Asmongold.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. It's also like the YouTube comment thing where it's like, hi, I'm Mr. Beast. If you click my link, I'll give you a free Amazon gift card. It's like, guess what? Now your computer is compromised. Yeah, now you're getting malware now. Sorry. Yeah, dude. Oh, you just missed Mr. Beast, but here's a keylogger, dude.
I am making
it's like co-signing a crypto and putting a big name behind it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And I mean this. Thank you, because these are corrections to the arguments that I made, but more than that, it's very good to know that like a bit of an understanding of the intentions of these TOS guidelines as opposed to how I interpreted them based on the situation. It's cool to know that that's where they're coming from and it makes more sense given the context.
Yeah. And honestly, like this is
2007 TOS violation, impersonating a Bungie employee to give away free recon armor.
They are supposed to be interpreted because this is how they were written to be understood.
As a side note, you said that you wanted to show me a bit of proof that you two were working together. Do you have that with you?
Oh, yes, I do. So this is an interesting artifact. This was the platform.
Grimoire. Dude, somebody finally found the Destiny campaign.
The guy
no way, dude!
DeOrio.
We can finally
Mr.
figure what
Oreo.
happened in Destiny, dude. She's got the Grimoire. That's what you needed to understand why she didn't have time to explain.
Form Services yearbook that they did 1 year. This was 2013.
2013. There it is. Okay.
I'm not
2013. Was it Justin TV back then?
sure how many of these they produced because they were rather expensive. But this is us right there.
Okay, and so we've got, and
What the fuck?
it's kind of, it's
Is it bad that I was okay? I couldn't tell which one was her.
kind of grainy. Would you be able to send me a photo of it too? And I could probably just throw it up on the screen as well.
Absolutely.
But
Way to go, Quinn. Really appreciate that editing here, buddy.
yeah, you're right next to each other. You're both halls.
We're right there. We're both halls. Hence the presumed siblingness, I guess.
Oh my god. Wait. Is she not just a roommate? Okay, they work together. She got a job at Twitch. They live together. And they share a name? She's not just a roommate.
But his title there is Associate Test Engineer.
Well, thank you so much for spending this time like going over this. Like,
Someone just wrote Island Boys, bro. Fucking done. Bro, who the fuck did he interview?
truly, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the time.
So to my complete and utter dismay, I was wrong about every
Bro, we're just gonna gloss over the fact that they work together and have the same last name?
single Twitch terms of service. Where I thought it could be broken, it ends up being that the reason that
What is she, his work wife? What happened?
those were written the way that they were was for
Quinn!
complete.
Is it his sister? Bro, there's no way. There's no way. Hold on. Yo, are we just glossing over the fact? I don't even know. I'm streaming, just to be clear. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Are we just glossing over the fact right now that they have the same last name? They work together? Bro. What the fuck?
It's fucking nuts.
No, it's not nuts. Are they married? Were they married?
Do you want to see the yearbook? No, it was literally just happenstance.
They live. Hold on.
They
They live together. Okay, they work together, and they have the same last name. And these people did not get married, and they're not related.
No.
That's insane.
She also mentioned she was fucking thankful. I'm coming out with the second part. It felt weird. The content was so completely different in like the two parts of our interview. She went over like the Twitch stuff, and then the other half of it is like the way that she describes it, right? Pirate sounds like a fucking cryptid because apparently there's this, so like truly it lasted a week, and then she had a sit down talk with him. Was like, I can't do this because your cat's already ripped the shit out of my chair, like this kind of stuff. And so she goes into clean after he leaves, and there's this ashy substance with no like smoke smell or anything that's left everywhere.
What?
Like in the bathroom, on the tub, on the walls, in his room, coating the like couch and shit. And it's like, she's like, I have no fucking clue what it is. There's also shit smeared on the walls. Maybe it's boogers. Maybe it's something else. I don't fucking know.
Bro, it's Asmund Golding. He's Asmund Golding.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I didn't say it when I was talking to her. It was like, oh my fucking God. It sounds like an Asmund Gold tweet on a weekday.
You've made the mistake of rooming with a YouTuber. Never make that mistake again. Jesus.
Insane behavior, truly.
How you doing? How is your channel's fucking popping off right now? You've been doing all
It's
this
kind of
pirate
going a little
software
nutso,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm very excited for a soon to be stream. I've been prepping, but he keeps like every time I think I'm just about wrapped up, and like honestly, this is just gonna be a really good month now. But like every time I think I'm done, he opens his mouth and something comes out. And
it's
then
the same way
I
with
can
like
make another
EHD,
video.
dude. It's literally the same shit.
Yes!
Every day.
I
Like,
was
Hassan
joking
or
with
Ethan
Pegasus.
says something. Yeah.
We were shooting the shitties. I'm like the yin, the fucking yin to his yang, just doing the black thumbnails. Yeah. Like
With pirate software though, I saw this last video by you, and honestly, I was like, I don't think they got him dead to rights on this. But all the stuff that I've learned
that's
today,
the point of it.
All the stuff I got today looks like this shit's pretty. It's not like it's still not dead to rights. But have you seen these Discord messages that I got linked? Do you know if these are real? Because this is what chat
send them in. I can confirm they might have been from me.
That's why I showed this earlier, where he's like telling everybody that they're going to be like.
You know what's really fun? You know what's really fun about that? I'm currently editing a interview that I just had at 6 a.m. this morning with Legal Mindset, and we go over this.
Oh God, my chat is not a fan of him.
Yeah, I don't blame. There was some shit with the Johnny Somali and the documentary thing. I looked at his reaction to it. But like regardless
Listen,
of that,
Chad,
I
if you
think
got a
the
problem
points
with
that he
legal
makes-
mindset, just go east, okay? Just go to the next legal YouTuber.
yeah. I mean, I will say too, he was congruent with his arguments with another lawyer that I'd actually spoken to just this last weekend, Mario, who was
That's the thing.
lawyer.
His argument, he's not like saying anything crazy. You can go compare him to Lust, and you can compare him. There's another guy too. I think he starts on an R. They're all kind of saying the same thing. You know? Yeah.
But we go over that, and that like truly also, if you look at that main original message where it talks about, I don't know why I didn't notice this at first. Kronos also points out in that, Pirate Software in that same message where he's talking about the DM, the return. So like people like, oh, maybe that's, he's talking about, getting the most to him. Well, number one, of course they are, because he's getting a percentage share of the hype train, and they knew that.
Yeah.
But number two, at the end it says to save. To save. If he was talking about actually saving money, he'd be talking about the percentage, the 12% discount that you get when you're buying full bits. If there's any other fucking reason to be calling it saving, it's because he was fucking like taking the money back.
Yeah, normally you can come away from that initially saying, okay, well, he's just trying to make sure that Pirate Software gets the highest percentage of his money. I think you could argue that until you find out this guy directly is benefiting off the stream and he knowingly is doing this. Yeah.
Also, he lied.
Yeah,
he
lied.
fucking lied about it. He's like, yeah, no, he doesn't get reimbursed for this. Just don't fucking, I don't,
well, you didn't get reimbursed, bro. It's a bonus.
Dude, well, and then he's like, no, he did not get reimbursed. He did not get paid back for this. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he absolutely did. No, he didn't. He profited.
And he could have just said that.
More money, Your Honor.
That's all he had to say. All he had to fucking say was just, yes, you know what? As a matter of fact, even earlier on, we had made it public that we were going to give half the proceeds. Maybe that even would have justified the fact that Kronos, not on an alt account, but on his main account, was donating to the train. They're like, oh, that money's going back to him. That's cool. They made that clear. But instead, we have had no, none of that happened. Eat my entire ass. You're full of shit. Anyway, it's still in our Discord. These saved messages proving that the moderators were getting money for this hype train. I don't know how you fuck up like this.
I don't know why he does any of it. He doesn't want to address any drama, but every time he talks about it, he either lies or makes it significantly worse for himself. It's
really cool. It's been a blast. It's genuinely fast. It's like watching a zoo animal at the zoo. You're just kind of look at him go. I've been truly, as much as I can, making arguments like that last video I'm talking about with the gal. Mm-hmm. It's me being wrong about every single terms of service breakage that I thought he had done. And so I'm like, yeah, I was wrong about every single one of these things. And even with all of that, he continues to genuinely baffle me. I've never seen a lolcow gene in someone that was so loved leading up to it. I showed a really cringy ass video.
You're acknowledging you got some stuff wrong with the TOS stuff. What did you learn lessons from that?
It's someone in my Discord made a really poignant way to describe it. It was it's a very clear indication of the difference between the spirit of the spirit of why this thing is written versus the actual application. So with the terms of service, everything that it is written, everything written, even though it's vague, even though because of that vagueness, I could interpret it as Kronos, for instance, when it talks about not trading bits for a real currency in the same way that Kronos was donating to the hype train, getting money back through the bits. It's actually specifically talking about you can't exchange bits and be like, hey, for these bits, I'm going to give you an Apple gift card. That's what it's actually defending.
Well, that's the intention on it, but yeah, it is. But you agree it is written vaguely, and I do. Well, I think you're right. I think people choose their own adventure when they read the TOS because they're trying to look for an excuse to get the correct answer.
The terms of service is directly and solely focused on benefiting the company, not the. And so, if that means that, so they don't give a shit if you're going to use it, if you're going to game it in some fraudulent way, especially when it's kind of vague and hitting this gray area, because at the end of the day, it's still making them money.
I saw you mention advertisers. There's another factor to it too. Do you remember they used to basically have universal basic income? I don't know if they do it anymore, but they were offering Twitch streamers contracts where if you stream a certain amount of hours per month, they'll just give you a certain amount of money. So they were using other things to calculate, and donations and bits wouldn't be one of them, but it's off of viewers and I guess it would be in tandem with the advertiser portion of it. But yeah, they were also offering you like additional paychecks for streaming hours. I think that was removed sometime earlier this year or last year though.
I did not know that. There was also there was one other like insane thing that I just found out. God, I can't remember though. Shit. I think it had to do. What were we just talking about? Terms of service.
Yeah, we were talking about the terms of service is pretty vague.
Yes. So the other parts of it, yeah. So it was just like all the terms of service. It's written to apply for them, and then God, I can't remember. I'll message you if you're still streaming.
Yeah.
But it was some. I have to include it. It's probably gonna have to be in its own separate video. But it's fucking. God, I can't remember. It was useful to whatever the fuck we were saying, and now it's gone.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, I think this is really good though, because I learned a fuckload off of this. I didn't even realize that by the title of this video, it's kind of a sequel to yesterday's video.
Which one?
Well, your newest one that you put out with the ex-roommate. I didn't realize that it was a direct follow-up to the previous one.
It was very late in the morning, and then I was like, I had to get up in like a couple hours, just
but it
for like
doesn't
time
seem to have
difference for
mattered.
mindset.
The video performed fine.
Yeah, of course it did. And like the stuff's like, it's just, I don't know, like it's just insane. It's just so. I'm so shocked. Outside of just the fact that you're mainly covering like the Ethan Klein, Hassan, Destiny, all that shit, that you haven't like looked into more of this, because like there's so much.
I started doing it recently, but that's why it was like insurmountable to me. I didn't think it would be easy to kind of jump in, so I had to do like 2 massive refresher streams and kind of hit all the older stuff before I could get involved with whatever's happening now.
Yeah, if you need any clarifications, let me know.
Fuck yeah, dude. I found that one guy who was who got into a fight with, I think it was Kronos, right? Because Kronos was the fake lawyer that was also the moderator.
Yes.
And that guy was making a video game. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. Apparently, that guy is making a game now. The guy who got in trouble for
Gawkbound?
Yeah, he's making Gawkbound, and I'm in the game. I was in this drama. I didn't even know it, dude. That's insane. Yeah. They're making a Chud Logic cinematic universe video game.
Yeah, fun fact, that also, like, him not being, like, a real lawyer, as far as I'm aware, even, so specifically through that's the other lawyer that I was speaking to, is that guy his name's Private Parts, the lawyer's name is Mario. He reached out to some of his people in the UK, and they checked, and they can't find anything on Kronos, like, at all. They figured out who he was.
It's super common, and honestly, you might even have a story like this. I know I do. A lot of these YouTubers will reach out to like a law student and say they talk to a lawyer, somebody who's like studied but never passed the bar.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
That is fairly common.
Yeah.
Did you say
also impressive? I mean, now it makes sense with the behavior, but for him to say, yeah, he literally works with the copyright. Yeah. It's like, well, okay, dude. I didn't know a YouTube video or two, counted as that, but all right, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, man. I'll let you go, chat. This was Quintheo. You can check him out. He's exploding right now, covering a lot of the pirate software stuff. It's funny because like people are complaining about your content all the time, and like it literally is a different topic every video for the most part.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you been watching more of them?
Yeah, I've been watching more of them recently. Actually, I think I've watched 4 of them in the last couple of days. And because I noticed it's like I get the same criticism when I'm covering like updates to like the Ethan Hassan Destiny shit. They're like, how could there be this much content? But there is.
You'd be surprised.
But they get mad at you about metadata. Like, why are people watching this? And then they watch the video and it's like, oh, it's fine. It's like, well, why are you clicking it? I'm like shocked
that way. Yeah, I'm shocked that more people, like I was expecting probably like the same wave that Pegasus had to deal with during the Mr. Beast stuff, because this is literally that. Like I'm doing the exact same thing that he was. Like we had talked and like played a Rumble party live, and he was telling me, it's like, yeah, that thumbnail works really well. So I started doing like the same thing, and he's like, yeah, it works, right? And now like I was front paging on YouTube Reddit, and like there was another tweet yesterday with like 10K likes, and it was like, okay guys, this slop content needs to stop. And it's just screenshots of my thumbnails. And they're horseshit. Duh.
And it's funny it's happening in YouTube drama, too. Like, these are people who are literally watching YouTube drama. They're like, who the fuck watches this? Like, you guys
well,
watch this.
I mean, like, the main YouTube Reddit. Yeah. Not even just, like, YouTube. Like, it's like, and then there's a bunch of people in the comments going, well, the content is actually, like, it is new stuff. Like, it is every single time. It's pretty balanced. It doesn't match the thumbnail and title. It's like, well, those are shit. Like, doesn't seem like it. Because people are still clicking, but
Yeah, they get mad. They
yeah.
see big number mad.
Yes, I will say the worst video that I put out about this, like in all of it, had to do with the he might be getting sued one.
Yeah.
I covered, and I say it in the video. I don't know if you've seen that one where it was like, no, this is not a lawsuit. This is not even close. The argument that was made was kind of dog shit, and it came from like a LA like district law as opposed to like actual stuff. Not nearly as like actually useful as the stuff that I just covered with Legal Mindset, which that video will be out at some point tonight here. But
oh, that's pretty good.
yeah.
When do you usually post these? What's your I guess like your...
Recently it's been like 11 p.m. to like 4 or 5 a.m.
Really?
I just been kind of grinding through the night, and then I post and then go to bed.
Oh, you're just dropping these. You're not scheduling them?
No, God, no.
Oh, dude, I got my shit like 5 days in advance.
We'll need to have a chit chat offline. I need to learn your ways of like processing through a live. I've been getting a bit better at like the live stream stuff and like bullet pointing, setting myself up.
You can see this. You see my screen? I don't know if you're on the stream right now. The best thing you can do if you're a live streamer and you want to cut shit up is use Edge. You literally can put things in folders.
Edging?
Yeah, I'm edging. I always edge. You put things in folders, right? I told Aiden this shit the other day. It allows you to segment your actual, like you can literally create segments in real time, and once you run out of shit in your folder, you close it and start the next segment. It keeps you organized.
I was wondering how you had those fucking tabs.
It's just, I did this by accident because Chrome was fucking me over, so I used Edge one day, and I'm like, this is literally the best thing ever, and I never stopped.
That is so heartbreaking to hear that it's through Edge, though. Damn. Wait, also, where do you get the fucking Wiggler with the Rolly?
The Wiggler, that was made by Hellbent. It's a former moderator of the channel.
Okay. I'll have to...
Linked in the description.
Is that on a good terms thing? Okay.
Yeah, just in the Discord.
Okay. I didn't know you had a Discord. I'll have to join in.
I could send... I got in the lolcow one. I guess the whole thing of like putting YouTubers in Discord servers is back now. I don't know. It was just my thing was just supposed to be like a members thing, but we use it a bunch.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, that's literally been my collective hive mind of like gathering information through this. Like half of these videos at this point are mainly just me. Like the news is coming to me now on my Discord, and I can like go through and sift through it, and then I have to go down rabbit holes to like verify if it's real. But like, I just got lucky with a couple of people that are like fucking hyper fixated on this too.
Yeah, dude. I don't know when this is gonna end. It feels like every day something new is popping up.
Yeah. It's a shame we didn't do this earlier. I would have plugged my merch that I dropped for this.
I saw is the merch done? You sold it all out?
Yeah. If you want to look at it, you can. It's on Quintheo.shop.
There were posts about your merchandise that were people were
yes.
like, oh, why did he do this? You're giving a percentage of your merch to the guy from Stop Killing Games. I keep calling it Stop Playing Games. They're mad about it, but...
yeah. That's the weaker side. The real shit's on the other side of it.
Yeah, that looks pretty sick.
That goes fucking hard.
For those that will scream, he's doubling down. Yes, I damn well am. Jesus Christ.
I was talking to a lawyer about it. He was like, this is like the closest you would have been to getting sued. Except like, and so like I had to explain to him the context of it. Like I'm making fun of the fact that, so that's the original post that he put out is the second part. It's for those that will scream, he's doubling down. Yes, I damn well am. So he's like, oh, he's doubling down. And then later on stream, he has that clip where he goes, it's not called doubling down if you're right. And so it was like, all right, I'm just going to make fun of that because that's fucking ludicrous. And he's like, okay, well, that's parody. Like you're criticizing him. You're not like taking his words literally. Would anyone think that you're using these words literally like he was? And I went, no, nobody fucking would.
Yeah,
because he's insane for saying that shit.
You have to be careful though, because he will send fucking his moderator to come in there and threaten to sue you again.
I've got the guy that he argued with last time ready to fucking go.
Oh, he's ready, dude. He's locked and loaded.
Mario was stoked at the idea. That was one, like when we were going over these, is like I would love for them to reach out to you.
I like how you got Mario and you got your legal mindset in your corner, but for legal advice, I always go to Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell is my on-stage lawyer.
Not only do I go to him for law, but I also go to him for hot sauce.
Yes, yeah, literally, dude. He's a jack of all trades. Billy Mitchell's sending me something in a couple of days. I should be receiving it.
Are you dead ass?
I don't even know what. He didn't even tell me what it is. He just mailed something to my house.
Did he send? Was he the one that wrote to you that he was like your biggest fan, or like he was a huge fan of your?
He wrote that a while ago, and then like I think he either blocked me or unfollowed me a while back. But after the Carl stuff, anything ironic about Billy went super not ironic at that point because he's on a generational WR.
Yeah.
So I was like, nothing, like, what am I supposed to do? I posted this the other day. I'll show you the tweet. But I mean, this is just where I'm at with Billy Mitchell. There are people who are like mad that I have him moderated in my stream chat. They're like, this guy's doing lawsuits and it's really fucking bad. It's just like, this is literally it. I don't know if you have the stream open.
Billy Mitchell, yeah, I do.
Billy Mitchell hosted a hardcore Donkey Kong, and someone noticed a video apparently appeared to be a meme screen, and the discovery was made because the order of the graphic renderer like die. Like, holy shit, in Minecraft, of course, obvious. I don't care, bro. I don't care about the fucking video game lore anymore, dude. The guy's fucking hilarious.
So fucking funny. Dude, he like completely flipped script. Like, I'm just, dude, and like after that, the follow-up's like, I'm gonna take Carl Jobs for everything he's worth. I'm gonna take it all, and I'm gonna stand on his grave and pour hot sauce down his gullet. And it's like, all right, man. Fuck yeah, I guess.
Did you see the
I guess we're on your side now.
Thank you for buying my Winnebago. I can't wait to have your house or something.
I can't wait to make you financially destitute. It was like I'm gonna take everything from his family, or like it was like some like crazy shit. Which, admittedly, you know, he was keeping the same energy as Carl was in his Discord and all that. But it was like, oh my fucking god.
Dude, they're
someone like he
linking
must have
his
hired
hot
someone.
sauce in my chat. You know I don't make any money off that, right? I'm not actually
Code
sponsored.
Nick, is that made up?
No, it's a real code. It just doesn't pay me.
Used it?
It works, dude. There's a permanent 15% off on fucking Ricky's hot sauce if you use code Nick.
I'm gonna buy some for you. I'm also okay. I'm gonna message you. Just like don't check it on stream. I have something planned. If you're still covering some pirate stuff in the future here, I think it would. It may be, I will probably be streaming at the same time, and we can do like a fucking whatever. I can give you some info, something like that. But I'll message you. I'll show you what I have.
Sure, I have to message you back at some point off stream because it's kind of fucked that we haven't talked, and now I brought you on to talk publicly.
Dude, I was literally like mid-edit, and I was like, what the fuck?
Shit.
And then you came in ready to yell. I was like, are we doing a debate again right now?
I just couldn't believe that they have the same fucking name. They live together and work together, bro. I don't believe the story.
I'll send you for this. Like, I was sent it to show people. It's just going to go in the second part of their interview, probably on Friday. I'll send you the picture from the yearbook that shows them both.
I thought it was going to be that one. You're like, I'll put this on the screen. And I'm like, what? Where did it go?
And they got bullied. I forgot. It was like I was fucking crazy. But I have that. And then I also have, like, in that other part of the interview, she's talking about, so they thought I would be good to wrangle him because they thought I was his older sister and no one else could touch him because like nepotism was like genuinely everywhere. And so she defines herself. She describes herself as Pirate Software's wrangler because, and I mean this, he would not do any work in the first week that they had hired him in the first day. He would choose not to do work, which was running Diablo 3, like running to Skeleton King, and instead would browse Reddit. That's it. That is what she says. That is all he does.
He was nepotism hire, right? Like, because his dad worked there.
Yes, exactly. And
so that probably helped her thinking, because everyone thought that her dad was him too, right? Like,
well, no, she clarified with them. Like, she had to clarify, no, I don't fucking, like, we're not related. And so she goes on afterwards, and she wants to report it because they're not, like, he's literally doing fuck all.
Can you get information from her for me?
Yeah,
can you point out the person in the yearbook who drank the breast milk? Please.
Dude.
That would be the greatest. Dude, that would be.
I'm going to need you to write that out.
You had a Twitch employee on, and you didn't start screaming. I went on a fucking rant. I'm like, the minute she said that she did the UI UX design, I would have been like, why did Dr. Disrespect get banned? Tell us everything you know. Like, fuck the interview. Fuck why we're here right now. Give me all the information you know about Dr. Disrespect immediately.
You know what's funny?
This right now.
We were chatting about doing a follow-up interview because she has a lot of fucking information about Twitch that she just kind of like, I was like, is this public? And she goes, I don't fucking know. I'm not working there anymore. And I was like, okay,
when did she work
let's
there? When was she like
chat.
Either let go or when she leave?
It was 8 years. She was let go in 2024. So she like it would have been during all of that time frame.
Wait. What month?
2024. I don't know what month. It was a part of the 2024
Would
layoffs,
you say that it was at some point after October? Preferably like the 7th day of the month. Would she have any information?
Whatever you want me to.
Well, if you could get me information, potentially even get me a conversation with her, I'd love to ask her about Israel getting banned. Like the IP location. For
I know, just out of
signups.
context, that's so fucking funny to hear.
Well, maybe she might have information.
Matter of fact, Uganda. Why'd they ban Uganda?
It wasn't just Israel, but Israel is like the main area.
No, I remember hearing about that. Fucking who was it that covered Dan? Fuck. It's a Destiny. Is it
Dan
Dan Saltman?
Saltman. Yeah, Dan
Maybe I'm
Saltman.
wrong about that.
Dan Saltman was the one who reported on it. Yeah.
Okay. I think I remember that briefly. You do much better with the politics shit. I won't touch it.
I do not. I'm horrible at politics. I've been coasting, but thank you for that.
No, totally good. Just send me what, especially with the breast milk thing. I'm not going to be caught dead acting like, no, I promise, yes. Send it. I'll screenshot it and I'll send it over.
Awesome, dude. You're not gonna hop into DMs like, all right, between you and me, all right. Who drank the breast milk?
Who suckled the teat? Who acquired the breast milk?
Well, I don't think it was acquired directly from the. What I thought would happen.
Oh, were you there, Nick? My bad.
No, I thought the report was that they had like an employee refrigerator, right, where people were constantly eating, but then there was like one person who had to be pumping breast milk all day for her newborn child.
You're not even fancying the idea that this might just be a report and not the truth.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we find out something incredible.
There it is, dude. It's an ultimate.
a shared milk bowl.
Dude, it wasn't even in the bottle. It wasn't even the bottle. That's what it.
We called my mouth the bottle. Do you understand?
Dude, it's the shared office. Could you imagine? That's like the most... Because you hear people like, oh, I ate your lunch or whatever, but never I drank your breast milk.
I got your breast milk, pussy. What are you going to do about it?
It's like, dude, the breast milk had my name on it. Why would you drink that?
Was your 1-year-old going to beat me up? Yeah, pull up. Go for it.
Nick should have interviewed Netanyahu. Thank you for your vote of confidence. I don't think that I would be good at that. I think that would be my career. I don't think you need to be good at that for that to be incredible.
Holy shit. Local YouTube drama tuber has a debate with Didn't the fucking Nelk boys interview Net?
I imagine that's where that came from.
Could you imagine telling someone like a fucking, like, I don't know, even from the 90s, like, hey, by the way, in the future, you're going to have frat dudes fucking interviewing. I don't even know who Netanyahu is.
I had to explain this to my chat. I didn't know who the Nelk boys were. I thought they were the Island boys. I thought they were like the two gay dudes who have sex.
I didn't know they were successful. I thought they were just like a fucking one-off. Yes. The Island boy.
Yeah,
that kissed each other on the lips and shit.
Yeah, I thought they were like the incestuous ones. I didn't know that they were different. They were more than one boys, dude.
These are dudes just crushing buds. I don't know. Well, that's also the same thing, crushing Bud Lights.
Now my chat's fucking shitting on me. The Greek god Thor is something I said, and I got hundreds of comments being like, actually, it's Norse. So I went in my comment section, I'm like, I apparently incorrectly referred to the Norse god as a Greek god. No, I went back, I doubled down. I literally doubled down. I acted stupid on purpose. I apologize.
Double down?
He's Greek, yeah. I literally did the iconic tactic.
Nick, it's not called doubling down if you're right.
Yeah, literally, dude. Yeah. Dude, God of Thunder. I think that should be like stolen valor. I don't think that you should not be able to.
I did verify
like that. Name yourself Thor.
I did unfortunately verify he did go as Thor even back at Blizzard. Like there were some people making an argument, speculation that he just like started doing that with streaming. Unfortunately, no. He was also insufferable when he was at Blizzard. Like
people don't use their middle name as their first name. I thought it was their last name, or is that like a woman?
Yeah, unless it's Thor.
I mean, I've seen women do that a lot because their names change like when they get married. Usually, I think that's.
I have like that's like a maiden name. Yeah, I have like a second first name. So technically, I could like when I was in school, like substitute teachers because how it was written out. You can take a second. It sounds retarded, I know. A second first name, like it's just on your birth certificate as such. It looks like a second middle name, but that's like the other first name you can use. And mine, hell no. Fuck no, I'm never going to use that.
Bro, you got to ask her if his voice was as deep as it was now when she
worked
it wasn't.
With him
in real life.
No, it wasn't. The way that they introduced it to me was like, yeah, I almost didn't like recognize him when I first started. Like, I didn't recognize him by voice. They were like being very subtle about it. It's like, yeah, his voice has really changed over time.
Bro, it's unhinged, dude. People are they're like, oh, Markiplier's got the best voice on planet Earth. And they get mad at fucking Thor, dude.
I think it's just fucking stupid. Like, duh. Like, of course it's going to change with mics. Like, yeah, he sounds weird. And matter of fact, like, he isn't doing like, if he's like, quote unquote, hiding it and trying to be deceptive.
Wait, is Mike the guy who's supplying his testosterone?
Probably. That's got to be it. Yeah, under the table.
Like, what do you mean change with mics, dude? What are you talking about?
No, yeah, he fucking whenever he moves away from the mic to hold a ferret or something, his voice goes high again. Like he's not doing a good job of hiding it. If that is like if
that was his argument.
Intention.
He goes, "Yeah, dude, I'm totally fucking lying about my voice. That's why it sounds the same for the entire stream."
It doesn't.
It
It literally doesn't.
People say he sounds deeper every time they click on a stream. Like every single time, it gets a little bit deeper.
I didn't notice, probably because I'm watching like everything and covering and stuff. But like I had that. There was a huge spike on that during the. I think he's starting to spiral video that I did. There were like an abnormal amount of comments going, his voice is deeper now. And I'm too close to it. So I'm like, this is conspiracy shit. But it'd be really fucking funny if he's just slowly, like from The Office, Jim filling the fucking receiver with nickels and just increasing the depth of his voice more and more.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like a YouTube Sigma grind set like slop short edit where they just make everyone's voices deeper and up the contrast to 1,000,000. That's just his fucking like his aura.
I've been doing that with the thumbnails with the fucking.
I saw that.
The one
dude.
where you stare. Yeah.
Dude, his face is on your thumbnails. His face is as fucking.
It gets worse over time. Yeah. I'm literally. By the way, I'm testing that against 2 other thumbnails. I'm doing 3 tests.
Yeah, literally
every
2 other
time.
thumbnails, bro. It's the same fucking face.
So I test one of like the most popular, or like the one that performed the best in the previous video, and then I compare it against 2 others. And then whatever wins, I end up pushing that forward more. But it's that one on the right where your wiggler is.
You know what the first time I ever heard of someone A/B testing? Do you know what video it was? You would know which video it was.
Which video?
Rosanna's video.
No.
That was the first time I ever saw somebody A/B test something legitimately, and it was when
Are
she
you
was
dead ass?
when she was.
Wait,
A/B
you don't do it?
Never. No, I don't.
Bro, you got balls. Apparently, you can start doing the titles too.
My thumbnails and the titles, I guess, are just like, whatever. But like, my thumbnails weren't designed to be optimized; they were designed to be able to be made in 30 seconds.
Well, same, but like I'm just kind of like I'm interested to see what people are going to click on more. Like, and look, I'm not going out of my fucking way. I'm not being an artist with the other 2. It's literally like another picture of his face, and then either it's over, he's done, or there's more, or like trying these like pseudo variants of like the small text, because there will be like a 5% gap between them.
These are like these got slightly more optimized.
I like yours.
I try to like blast them like old video game guy YouTube stuff where it was like all the colors are fucking turned all the way up. The saturation is like Oblivion maxing. But when I made these thumbnails initially, I was just doing them to be like psychotic because this channel didn't really mean anything to me. So I did one video on Tommy C where I don't even think Tommy C's in the title. Was it killed? Hold on. There was a guy who killed his wife and he looked like Tommy. So I clickbaited Tommy in the thumbnail. Look at this one. There it is. This is the original versions of these thumbnails. God. Killed his girlfriend. She was pregnant, but it's not clickbait because I put his face in there really small.
that is true. It's not clickbait then. Look at the red arrow pointing to him.
Yeah, dude, it's not clickbait.
The fucking crime tape in the background. This is like it's hurting my eyes, but at the same time, I would have been clicking on that shit a couple years ago.
Like, look at this, dude. I just started putting this creepy edit of Ethan Klein in there with like extremely
I used that. I literally
eyes.
in one of the only videos that I ever made covering Ethan Klein, I literally used that photo.
It's the fucking best one, dude. I'm running out of faces. I'm gonna have to go find new ones. Like Google Images, I've run out of faces.
Pirate software. I was getting close to being like, I'm just gonna have to like ask ChatGPT to just make some shit up. And I'm just gonna have to say, yeah, I used an AI pirate software because if this man isn't sucking down his microphone, there are 2 or 3 pictures of him, and they're like 8 pixels in total.
You know what the most malicious thing somebody ever did to me? Boblax blocked me from his Instagram, which is the only place to get new pictures of Boblax, and I've made so many videos, I've run out of them.
That's fucked up.
So I can't. You can't go in there with a incognito tab, and he knows that I'm not like I won't ask people to take pictures of Boblax off the Instagram. Because then it sounds creepy.
Because the implication.
Yeah, the implication is that I want pictures of Boblax off his Instagram. So there's nothing I can do. I literally can't get new pictures.
There's a simple solution. You make a very simple, very clear femboy alternate, and I don't even think that you'll need to follow it. I think
I'll send I'll send Boblax's OnlyFans account an additional 100 subs to keep his hype train going.
Done. Hook, line, sinker. Buy the plushies while you're at it. The Mayo monkey, if you will.
He wanted to start a plushie factory one time. That was one thing he was going to do.
I'm sure he did. He wanted to have a Tesla too, and that didn't work out.
I got in so much trouble for this Frogan one because people are like,
why?
You photoshopped her to be beaten. And then when they found out, because I got this off of Google Images, I didn't know where the fuck this came from. It was actually her using an Instagram filter to make a joke about being beaten. And they were like, and they just stopped. As soon as they knew that she was making a DV joke about herself, they stopped talking about it. It just never came up again. It's literally her pick. Her pick, her joke. It wasn't even me.
Yeah, you think I was joking about it? She was.
And it was about Hassan. Insane. It was saying like she was beaten by Hassan for not being fucking Arab enough or something. The other tweet, it's in there. It's in like the next one. But yeah.
And let me, I need you to understand this. I know you're a working man. You're past the 9 to 5. You're a hard fucking worker. But there is nothing more that I want than to get absolutely plastered and have you try your damnedest to explain to me what has happened over the last a genuinely half year with this Hassan Ethan shit. Because I'll black out for a week, won't even think about it. I go back and look at you.
Yeah.
And there is 36 hours of content about shit that I am never knew it could even happen. Oh, Ethan's now suing 3 different people. His son slandered a lawyer. Okay.
I cut up the content cop saga and I had to remove stuff to make it uploadable. And it literally is 24 hours for just the content cop. Because they're 11 hours and 58 minutes.
Brother, I saw that and I went to your Twitter and saw you I could feel you laughing. It's oh, nah. And then it was you just disappeared and just started pumping the shit out and just completely streaming the entire shit. And I was I can't. I got through 2 hours of one of your videos and I was I don't have enough time in the fucking day to actually absorb all this. And I was trying to 2x speed, but you already talk fast enough and eloquently enough that I was doing 2x, I couldn't digest it. There was nothing to attain. I was I'm already this deep out.
The concept of what you're saying though. Like a drunk history, but we're just explaining pivotal YouTube drama with insane implications.
Going over the pirate shit.
It's all right, let's talk about the Israel-Palestine conflict, okay?
Stop. No, I know this is gonna get fucking insane. I know this is a bit controversial. Nick, you take this one.
Dude, you were at the Turkey Tom Rager.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Did you see any of it? I'm not naming names here specifically, even though I've already named names. But did you see the Corner Boblax confrontation?
I heard about it.
Because I don't know when you dipped out of there, but yeah.
My context for you there was you took a photo of the Bill Cosby Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
I did, yes.
That was how I knew you were there. And then I met you at the party. And then I found out afterwards, getting back from VidCon, that apparently Boblax was there.
No,
and then
Boblax
I saw
didn't come to the party. He was. Oh no! You didn't even know. You didn't even know he was at VidCon.
Correct. And then I saw him at VidCon. Or not I saw him. I saw him on Twitter or something about him being at VidCon. And then I heard about and I was kind of just fucking whiplash to hear that Oki, the guy who does Oki stories or whatever, had talked to you or confronted you, because I watched some of his documentaries. So it's what the fuck do you mean that Oki spoke to Nick about Boblax?
Because people were coming up to me all week and they're like, "Oh, Boblax is here, Nick. Uh-oh." Meanwhile, I was like, "Why is he not here?" Nobody wanted to house him. It had nothing to do with me. Again, you know better than anybody, because I think you walked up to me while I was standing next to Technicals. There was nobody that I was fucking turning. I wasn't fucking keeping anybody from anything. If I was literally driving to steak dinner with Technicals, there was absolutely no way that I was gonna keep Boblax from the event.
Well, and you were just chatting. Okay, bygones be bygones. We can disagree on whatever the fuck. You were just a chill fucking dude at VidCon. This isn't fan service for you or anything. Genuinely, I was I came back from it and I was talking to some people in Discord. I got to meet Nick, I got to meet Tom. These people are oh my god, how was that? I was he was completely fucking fine. They're normal ass people. I had a great time. We shot the shit. Just had a good time. Joked about breaking bread. All this other shit. I got to meet Soggy Cereal. We're good buds now. We're fucking chatting. It was all great. There's no, I don't know, the parasocial people might trip about it, but it was just you're just a normal dude. And when I heard about that stuff, there were some people oh my god, he's got to make Boblax content out of anything. And I was he wasn't hunting people down. It wasn't meant
to be content, bro. Why the fuck did they fucking come up to me and be like, what if Boblax kills himself? Bro, Of course I'm going to talk about that. What do you fucking mean?
You weren't going out of your way. Like, that's my biggest point. Like, you were just fucking doing your own thing. And I was like, people are like, oh, he was making it out of nothing. No, brother, he got fucking, like, from what I heard, and I haven't heard it from you.
Yeah.
You got, like, fucking stepped up to by a group, like, what if Bo Blacks died?
Yeah. And dude, I didn't even know this. Did you know how this worked out? So that was Saturday. No, was that Saturday? That was Saturday, and my flight was Sunday. And I scheduled 16 videos before I left for the trip to post 2 a day, right?
I did see you post about that, yeah.
It just so happened that on Sunday evening, the next day, I posted a 12-hour Bo Blacks compilation. And I get it. It looks like it was retaliatory, but there's no way I could have edited that from the hotel room fucking drunk and high, okay? I literally, like, right after they confronted me, the next day, I dropped a 12-hour Bo Blacks fucking compilation video.
I don't blame people now, but, like, also, you weren't at your fucking setup.
It's not even
like,
possible, yeah.
That's just the stars aligning for you. That actually probably got you more viewership for that video.
Well, no, because they didn't know about it yet. I talked about it.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't get to even talk about this until it was this video was posted on
Also, I feel like
the 22nd.
People want to shit on you for it. You weren't even like covering it when that shit happened to you. You still wait. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. Wait, that's 3 days ago. There's another Bo Blacks video, dude. Bo Black, but again, it's all different Bo Black stuff, except for the compilation one. The compilation one is all the other videos.
I literally learned all of that shit. Like literally all the Bo Black stuff, because like truly, I entered drama commentary on that Mr. Beast shit. I was like a fucking, I don't even know what you call that, a freshman dude, about to get ripped apart. And I watched your Bo Black, because like the Bo Black shit was all hitting about him like backstabbing you, all this stuff, and so I was able to get through, and I was telling my fiance, I was like, I'm going to try to make a video about this guy. And then I watched your video about it, and then I like came upstairs. She's like, you okay, honey? I was like, I don't want to make a video about the Bo Blacks guy. There is so much. Like, there is so much history, and like, there's nothing that I could share that's going to be useful. Like, there's no 2 sides to this. That's just like the guy. It's like one of those people that's like, if it was legal to restrict you from all internet access, I would vote for it.
He needs like a fucking 7-day hold on his Twitch channel, on his like YouTube channel.
That is so generous of you. I mean, I think you're saying 7 days because you want another video in a week. That man should get a couple years. It just like, you need to chill.
A prison sentence for cringe.
Yes. Like fucking big Christian.
He was walking up to people apparently. I don't know who I heard this from. This was one of the people who were there who was apparently around him, saying he was walking up to people being like, by the way, guys, Nikolai, I'm financially secure. I can be here in California. Like, everyone's like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Why are you... Dude, I just sat down. Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? He sold his car.
The Tesla, right?
He sold his Tesla because his house was being foreclosed.
Don't you close it every time you walk? No, it's a shitty joke. That's like, dude, I'm sorry.
He asked me for like mortgage money. He was like, yeah, can you get 2,000 Canadian dollars? Like, actually, no, I just checked my account. I have enough to pay it. It's like,
I'm blown away that he'd ask you. Again, like I watched that stuff about it. I don't know how like deep back you went, or like how like close knit the community was, because like I'm a
the same conversation. It started with him fighting with Turkey Tom, then him saying that he created the community that I'm apparently running now. Then he was fighting about Destiny. Then he told me that he had BPD and was now being medicated for it. Then he told me he was non-binary. Then he told me he took his Tommy C pills and now he likes Tommy again. And then he asked me for money. It was all within, I think maybe there was a bit of sleep in between, but it was all in like a 24-hour span. It was like,
I guess, I mean, like, was it just him that's acted like he could ask for mortgage money and like actually get away with that? Like, were you guys close? Like, that's where I'm confused.
It's close is a weird term because people will think you're friends if you just like talk to people on streams occasionally. Right. Me and Bo Blacks were friends, but we didn't really talk a lot. Like, we didn't really, that was one of his issues, is that like Augie and me weren't really talking to him that much in private or something, and that was something that bothered him, I guess. At this point, you gotta understand, when I came back to streaming, I came back for me. You know what I mean? I was done on YouTube because I had a regular job and I had like writer's block and I didn't want to make video essays anymore.
Nick
And then I
just
started
started
streaming, but
insulting
when
me
I came back,
viciously
it
on
wasn't to
Twitter.
like hang out
What
with
will you
people.
have after 30 years? You
Right.
Boblax
Yeah.
content.
Well,
I
didn't that
still
fucker
have you
bring you back
honeybee,
into?
honeybee.
Boblax
wasn't it-
didn't. It was
No,
Mama
that
Max.
guy, Mama Max. Yes, I remember you
Yeah.
saying that guy brought you back from the
Well,
grave.
I was going to stream. Actually, this is what I was saying. I'm like, I have to cover these last two like extremely annoying dramas, and then I can get back to being like a drama streamer. So I came back and I'm like, let me address Edwin really fast and get done with him because Edwin's annoying me and like begging for more interviews and shit. And I'm sure he's gonna do a whole stream that I just said his name out loud. And then this fucking Mama Max guy has been begging me to react to his video about fucking Cameron Girardi, the completionist, for like a month now. And I guess I'll just watch this fucking video so he stops DMing me about it and asking me about it, and then I'll move on to the next topic. And that ultimately kickstarted my main channel again that I never thought I'd post on again.
Oh my god. That's
Well, I didn't realize the videos were bad until I saw them live. Like I knew they were probably
Right.
not the best, but when I was watching them in real time, I was like, "Oh fuck!"
What's the name of
and then
the-
I got
the
in a
guy,
call with
the
him,
Keemstar Orbiter?
and he just
Nick
admitted that he like
Oreo.
never caught a
Mr.
pedophile
Oreo.
before, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like tangentially, like this was the shit that I was watching. Like number one, I thought Tom was someone that I watched like routinely.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school and shit, I thought he was like 5 years older than me. And so like, and I remember that I watched some of your Mama Max coverage because I remember watching his videos and I was like, isn't it like really fucking scummy to be like calling people pedophiles if they're not going to back your fucking movement of shit like on YouTube of all places?
Yeah.
Like you're not even like doing like some like charity organization or anything. And so like I'm sitting down, all this shit comes out, like I watch your video and it didn't hit me until like I'm truly coming like through the Mr. Beast stuff. I'm learning about you, learning about like fucking Chud Logic. He was one of the first people that ever like reacted to my videos when I first started spiking. And I go and check on my personal account on your channel and I see that I have watched the video and I go and watch it, I'm like, holy shit, I do know this guy. And like you had just started like coming out of the woodwork again too to like start posting and like doing streams and stuff. And it was like, it was fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it was right before I started daily posting was when all this when all the Mr. Beast stuff was happening. Because the Mr. Beast stuff was not even like it was financially lucrative for everyone else, not for me.
Really?
Nobody wanted my opinion on Mr. Beast. Nobody was like, oh god, I gotta go watch Nick again. He's gonna give me all the coverage I don't want to hear.
I thought you started spiking about it too. Well, and then again, also like there wasn't much. And
I had, like,
this
a
is
dip.
I'm not shit.
Actually,
yeah,
you
I'm
know
not
what's crazy?
shitting on you for it.
I think the worst
You dip.
video I had performing in December was Mr. Beast. Even now, if I talk about Mr. Beast, it gets me no views at all. It'll be the only thing that doesn't reach 20,000 views on my channel.
You
if I
probably
talk
got
about it.
ostracized a shit ton because of that. Like
probably, yeah.
I'm expecting that, but like also
16,000
Nick
views,
started
dude. This
insulting
thing,
me viciously.
Oh my God.
22, 25, 16. A video on Blooms, which was a video about South Park, performed better in that
That's
time frame.
insane.
Nobody wants to hear me talk about shit.
Well, and I would say like your arguments, and I'm not like this isn't to shit on you. I think it was just like because you were pushing back, like there were people providing like I mean for what that is worth, quote unquote evidence, or people were making arguments for, and then like your argument back was like there's no verification for this. Yes, they're presenting it, but like we don't know that. And it was just like a lot of arguments to be like the rebuttal itself was the counterpoint. And so there
the
wasn't
issue
like,
I had was
oh, I have
Dog
these
Pack,
photos.
because
and
Dog
shit.
Pack would make a claim that you could literally prove isn't accurate, and they would just say this one doesn't matter though. There's 15,000 more, and it was just driving me fucking crazy.
Yeah. And so like I think like because there was here is like pictures and stuff versus like I'm just rebutting saying like that's disprovable like right off the bat. Like people weren't like it wasn't as engaging. And then you also like through that there was a huge reputation thing. Like fucking it was me Cam Nugget. The first way I got introduced through like to Smaggle Daggle was he made a tweet that was like, so if Nicholas DeOrio and I think it was like, I don't know who else, is controlled ops, or Ludwig or something like that, then does that make Quintheo and Cam Nuggets controlled like sweepers or some shit like that? And it was something dumb along those lines, but there was just like this huge fucking divide, and I was just kind of in for it because Fortnite, and it's the only time
Also,
I was
but, like,
donating
dude,
plasma. And
you were
had
like the
600
only
subs
fucking,
before it went off.
I feel like you were the only reasonable person I could even talk to about it, because the surprise witness woman was like terrifyingly insane. I mean, I don't.
We had an issue. She didn't like
she went
me
after
either for a
you
bit
because you
time.
didn't agree with her on like one point, and then
she
she was like making
misheard
comments
it.
about like Keem's kids.
Yeah, and the same thing. And so I talked to her, and like we completely like everything made sense after the conversation. She had a completely different view. It's like agree with it or not, this suddenly all this makes sense. We had our like apologies and whatnot. That's why in our debate I was like, well, I haven't met Rosanna. I can't speak to her being malicious because like that exact same issue had just happened with her, and because I had a sit down phone call with her, it was all good. Mm-hmm. And so it was like that same shit where it was like, and everyone was so fucking scared that I was gonna talk to Nicholas DeOrio. That like this, like I was genuinely people were like, I'm worried about you. And I was like, are you what? It's a conversation. And they're like, well, what if he argues with you about this or like points this?
And that was a totally normal conversation. Like
we literally just agreed and disagreed and moved on, and that ended pretty shortly after because it was getting boring.
I think it's because I'm like mean on fucking Twitter. I don't know why people have this misconception that I'm coming to like kill anybody if we have a conversation.
I was being well, because like you are vicious when you have a good reason. Like when you can back it, like yeah, you go for the throat. But like that's I'm never.
None of you guys are like Bo Blacks after he lied for 3 months about getting help from BPD and asking me for 2,000 Canadian dollars. Like that's obviously I'm gonna come hit that conversation a little harder than just like maybe Dogpack. If it was Dogpack, it probably would have been more aggro because Dogpack was like saying crazy shit to me in DMs and stuff, but he was much closer to the story. I mean, the James Warren shit was the most frustrating thing ever because I think that there was 2 of them where he massively fucked up 2 different points, and the second one everyone believed, but the first one they were fighting me on and retroactively agreed with me later. I forgot.
Yes, well, like because coming out of it, like when I was in it, my main focus with my channel, which I'm still trying to do today, even though Pirate is very much turned into a lolcow, is I'm still going to make arguments. I'm going to call out when I'm wrong, shit like that. I did the same thing with the B stuff, but I would say I was more inclined to like not die on hills, but like, well, I would argue for a point that wasn't as good as I thought it was. And so like with that, like what you're talking about, James Warren, in my head, when I was watching the first video, specifically when he was calling out the domestic assault charge potentially being real and the dog kicking thing that had no follow up, I looked at the assault charges thing and all that, and he was saying this is all speculation and then led into it. And so in my head, I was like hyper fixated on he's making it very clear that this is all like we don't know for sure. And I wasn't thinking about the fact that,
the issue is he could have known for sure if he waited like 5 more days.
Exactly.
There's no reason to publish that.
And if you're not willing to showcase the other points of it, like the dog thing, whether it's true or not, I'm not like I don't really give a shit.
The thing is, just for context, he he put in the freedom of information request and then did a whole segment in a video that had other talking points that like there was. Wasn't there also like a workplace misconduct allegation? Mr. Beast's ex-girlfriend had testimony in there. Like there was other people involved in this. And he took a shot at James Warren. If he just waited a couple more days, he would have found out he was wrong.
He would have had the info.
But he pushed the video out faster for no reason.
And then like the other one, like it doesn't, regardless of the dog thing being real or not, if you can't back it up, saying something like that and not having the evidence for it, you don't include it. You just don't.
Yeah.
Because there's no fucking point at that. And otherwise, it's just going to completely distract. And that's where I agreed with you. It's like, if you make these missteps, and to some degree, like I think we just disagree on like Dogpack's like intentions and stuff. I think it was a case of, in the same way that I was in that boat, he fucked up. He'd never done something like this. And so it was easy to like chase those tails and like provide it and not think about the consequences of it versus malicious, which I think
the inability
to
concede was also kind of at play here. He didn't really want to. He didn't want to concede any ground at all whatsoever. That's when I start thinking someone's malicious, because it's not like a. I mean, you could just say fuck and cut that out of the video, but it's still in there, and it's only unlisted now because I think Mr. Beast like threatened to sue him. Right, like that's the only reason you can't just pull that video up full of misinformation on his channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of, I mean, that hurts that hurts my perception personally. But also, it feels a lot like it felt like Max. Like it felt like the shit that Max would be telling me about his pedo investigations. I got like, and obviously, that was. On
you talk behind the scenes with him.
Dogpack text messages. Everyone's already seen it.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean with DMs. Mama Max.
Mama Max, yeah, of course.
So like, I mean, just like going in depth about like talking about, oh, I'm doing these things, but then there was actually no
him. Like not a whole like me, Turkey Tom, and him sat down and talked about his investigations when I'd criticized him about a year prior. So he came on and like talked candidly about it with his fake voice, like Pirate Software. That's
dude,
another
I'm sorry.
one.
His
Why
fucking
do these guys
response
all have
thing.
fake voices, bro?
Yeah. It comes with that complex, like, I don't know. But like he also, dude, that fucking his return video. Like the trippy fucking like I hate his voice. I had a distinct memory. He looks exactly like a fucking cartoon character. And it took me so long to figure it out. I'll send it to you. But it was like he talks and he like pulls his teeth back and smiles. And he's got like this fucking like thing about him. And it was like, oh, it fucking weirded me out. And that was immediately, you started talking about the Mama Mac shit again. I don't know how we got onto, how were we talking about the Mr. B shit?
It was just came up because we were talking. I told you that I wasn't
like
getting
you
a
were
lot
saying
of
the
views
Mr. B
off
stuff.
of that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I didn't profit off the Mr. B stuff. It's funny because I get like a lot of criticism for covering a lot of Ethan Klein Hassan Destiny, but when I made like no money covering Mr. Beast, nobody really cared. They just didn't watch.
What you're getting shit for the Ethan Hazan for just posting a bunch?
Yeah. Well, it's because that's like, well, when I understand when people are complaining about like when it's a bender where there's like a big thing that's happening, so like 6 straight videos or all that. I try to weave new shit in there. Recently, I think we've posted like in the next couple of days. I think there's going to be 3 non Ethan or Pirate Software things on top of what we already covered. So
I'm sorry.
Made a video on like Cyrus's dead corpse here.
If your people, if your chat or anyone that is watching you is feeling fatigued because you've posted a few too many times in a row about your guy, you can just like pin a photo of my. I'm about to have a full like 4 stack of just entirely Pirate Software.
Well, I mean, you can go to the playlist section. There's some scary things in the playlist section. Let me see. What do we got?
I
here?
need to actually make a playlist. Fuck, I forgot to do these.
33
I've never actually
Hassan
needed to.
videos.
Oh my fucking god.
21 Mr. Beast videos.
Nick, I feel so much better, actually.
61 Ethan Klein videos.
Yep.
But keep in mind, some of these are prior to this year. Obviously, we were doing streams all last year that have nothing to do with this current controversy. But yeah, no, there's a lot. Dude, the URR playlist with Alex saying the N-word as the thumbnail is just gonna always be there.
I would see like during your streams, I'd like pop in here and out. By the way, the fucking gay song in your intro to streams is so fucking funny. And I don't know when the B thing started, but seeing that song come up and then everyone spamming B emotes was like so fucking. I got like flashbanged. But you were doing the URR thing, and I'm like, I don't understand what this is. Like, cause I'd never like consistently watch your stuff, so I didn't know what was going on. And then you start posting it, and I don't know why, but it's really fucking funny to see Joe Rogan freak out and then the graphic go around. How did that start?
So it actually started literally when I relaunched the channel. When I relaunched the channel with Mama Max, the first episode is Mama Max. And the concept is like, I literally know nothing about what's happening right now, so we're going to be hosting that. Because you have to remember, in 2024, around January
Were you
time...
for like a year or something?
I was gone for like 2.
Okay.
My last main channel video prior to all of that, I think was it January of 2022, and I came back in like January of 2024. And on this channel to run streaming and stuff. But when I had gotten back, every 2 weeks somebody was like a sex offender. It was insane. There was like a Minecraft rape allegation, and a lot of them turned out to not be accurate as well. So like, it was also just kind of like, we were quote unquote reviewing like false allegations on stream, and some of them were like insane. My favorite URR moment was the counter rape. There was a counter rape. We're reading a testimony of someone who's accusing Mr. T Lexify of being like a pedo. And then in the middle of it, Lex responded and accused her of raping him, I think. Or I forgot how it worked, but it was in the middle of it.
What?
He just responded. I literally lost my shit because we're reading this. I'm doing my Carl Weezer impression as I read these DMs.
Oh, yeah.
And there was there was a counter rape in the middle, and I want to see if I can find that really fast because it was in this
horrifying.
fucking random Mr. T Lexify video. It was insane.
I've never heard of something like that happening. Like that is a unique event that has never happened.
It was literally like the I'm out. It was the Mama Max stuff,
like
the
a
Minecraft
survivor.
Shit. Wait, where the fuck? Was it even titled that? Worst Me Too Ever. George Not Found. Because all the Minecrafters, the Katie Bug stuff. Also, I love how this is a URR thumbnail and Dark Viper is crying in the thumbnail. That's insane. In the middle of this fucking URR, Dark Viper is sitting there in tears, which I guess is fair. Let me see. Lex.
You could do a Phoenix lawyer objection, and the response is just you could do a fucking shitpost meme of their faces of T-Lexify in the response back. Objection. It was counter URR.
Let me see. Hold on. Is it? Oh yeah, never in URR history have we seen the counter cock alligator. The second craziest thing before I pull this up right now and share it, the second craziest thing that happened in URR is when a girl put her own nudes in her own document. That was like the one that blew my mind. It was like a censored picture of her covering her tits to show like a mark on her stomach or something, like a topless photo of her covering her tits. That was insane. That was one of the most insane moments I've ever seen in a document. I think this would be it. Let me share. Can you see screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. He counter accused. Is this it? It's the counter cock allegations. Oh, was it a counter cock allegation?
Counter cock.
I don't remember. I don't. Was it this one? Okay, so just for context, people who didn't watch the previous fucking video, okay? No, it's the previous. Damn it, bro. It's the previous one then.
You just got cucked by yourself.
Lex was called a pedophile by the girl, and then Lex hit a counter and accused her of being a pedophile. That was what happened, because they were having like pedo off. It was insane.
That's crazy.
Mr. T. Lex.
Let's go kid for kid.
I mean, yeah,
that's a band for band moment.
Oh, this one. This is like
crazy.
A nuclear thumbnail too. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, is that fucking is that Rick Donovan?
Yeah, dude, he was the nicest one. Let me see the counter. Oh, this is it, yeah. Times as adults until I'd realized that I'd been cheated on with her by a minor behind my back. Oh shit! It's the fucking counter!
With the comic.
No! Dude, you're reading the document.
That's what it came from? Fuck, I'm crying, dude. Yeah. Was it just like a fucking new idea for you? Like, oh, this will crush. And you
that's not even the first one. I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, guys, well, everyone on YouTube is like a degenerate sex offender. So we finally got a show that can cover all of them. But yeah, then we put the intro. I mean, I thought it was the funniest shit ever when I first did it. And now it's like, I mean, I've obviously upped the production value. I hired Vega to draw like a newer, better one.
Oh my god,
for the channel. To like create it in like 3D Studio or whatever. So now we got like the gold one. But because Bad Empanada put out a video saying I was trying to hide it, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? It's literally. Oh, you can't see it if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed to the channel, it's the trailer.
Oh my god!
It's like if you're not subscribed to my channel,
yeah,
it plays a video or the intro is like the URR thing. Like if you go to playlists, you can watch like every named installment of it.
Yeah,
but when we cover allegations, I literally, dude, again, there was not much money to be made here. The Alex coverage did like okay. This was fine, or I guess
I'm surprised it only did okay with the response stuff
because like he's not relevant. Nobody knows him anymore. But then the Alice stuff, I sat there and I read her entire fucking document. Going over like all of her response, playing all the audio. It took me like it took me literally like 2 weeks to stream all of it. I think when I actually cover allegations, I think I'm pretty fucking fair.
I had a shit take on that one.
Did you?
Because I didn't know, I didn't go through any of that like follow-up stuff. Like he did the response.
So you're like,
essentially,
I was like,
as
bad as the other.
I said not even that. I was like, they're both being shitty. Obviously, Alex is like being fucked. But like, I was just like, I didn't follow up. And so I saw that stuff come out afterwards. And I was like, the first one already didn't do well. I was like, there's not enough people where I'm like, I feel bad about the shit coverage because like, maybe I'm saying shit because it was like, yeah, they're both as bad. And then the follow-up shit came out. And it was like, okay, nope, not the case anymore. But at that point, it was like, I think I found out about it like a week after it even came out. You had been covering some of this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I did a shit job like covering it already. It wasn't doing like crazy stuff. So I was like, I'm not going to make a follow-up because all I'm going to essentially say is I'm wrong about it. Also, I'm not going to sit through and read this entire fucking document because it would just be like, no, she provided all these fucking receipts again.
Dude,
so
Nicholas the
you know, you ever see those pictures with like do you ever see the pictures like they added the police fucking cameras for all like for the body cam footage where you always see somebody who's like right about to get shot and like the picture goes viral.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, tell me that this is not that picture. This looks like a body cam video of Alex.
Dude, he's.
Dude, you can put this next.
This is a coked out Target goer that is running down the cops seconds before getting 5 in the chest. Oh my god, dude. This looks like a Shane Dawson cryptid ARG.
Yo, because people are like, "Oh, Nick, Ultimate Rape."
Dude,
Review.
hold on.
Don't care about
no, that is a
victims."
POV. That is a POV Shane Dawson hunting down his cat. Like that is a seconds before disaster.
Dude,
oh
this,
my god.
This is actually the worst shit that I've like. People get mad at me for Ultimate Rape Review. If you want to say that I'm like making light of URR type shit here, this is absolutely. By the way, URR awesome verbiage because everyone knows what it means now, and YouTube doesn't. So you could just say like you got URR.
For a while I was seeing it like people in your chat just URR, but I wasn't like I didn't realize it was an acronym. I just thought you had a bunch of fucking Neanderthals just like and like just, like a fucking +2ing you essentially.
Dude, I got all the soundboard stuff too, dude. I got the where is it?
Obviously, Destiny isn't really a fucking male feminist at all. He is rape review.
Like I can do it here.
Wait, do you have the montage of Hassan calling you every different cookie
I have
under
that
the sun?
too. Yeah,
okay, good.
But wait, dude, check this out real quick. So I was posting
Yeah.
these. This is probably the most fucked up thing I did. I took the leaked audio of Alex and like the domestic incident, and I edited into a 20 like it's like a vintage 2007 party.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
But I actually scored the entire bathroom. I literally scored the entire. Listen to this.
And then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs. Like, I actually fed up of looking at you. Which is why I sleep downstairs. I don't want to have to go upstairs. Oh, you take all the covers. It's like a fucking woman just like fucking asks me to buy another one. Or stop fucking complaining. There's nothing. Please annoys me. Nothing needs to be an argument. Everything is fixed.
Why is it bubbling?
I sleep downstairs. No, you've always got to act like none of this stuff, because you're not actually trying to fix anything fucking problem. Like, it's infuriating at this point.
You think it's over, but it's not.
You're miserable, man.
Now he's gotta wash his hands, dude.
Nigga, neither do you. So, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't go around complaining about anything.
Oh my god, dude. At least he's doing this 20 seconds.
I kept posting because
I didn't
people
know
are
there was
like,
a
"You're
rich
not
person's."
taking this seriously, right?" And
Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god.
dude, his girlfriend ran off, but he keeps calling her. Alex just kicked the bathroom door. What the fuck?
Like, I wanted to run off and get sunset with you. I was madly in love. But probably, you know, I had. Oh fuck, my toe. Oh Jesus Christ. Ow, fucking hell.
Was this the one with the gun?
Fucking hell.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead? Is that why?
Dude, the music you're picking for all this is
It's
so
vintage.
fucking funny.
Isn't it
Save your
vintage?
tears. No, because I'm getting the flashback. This is literally the fucking like being in a supermarket and it's completely empty at night. Like you're doing the exact same shit, and it's so funny because it's YouTube. Like,
is this the this scoring on these is actually
you
insane.
moved it left to right, dude. You're using
Yeah.
fucking binaural audio.
Yeah, I was trying to make it so you're walking through the bathroom and then it
This is
changes
better
direction
than
on
fucking
you.
Tarkov.
I
Oh my
spent
god.
all too much time making these things for fucking just, and I knew I couldn't even really play. Like I obviously have to cut this out of the VOD now with the music, but I literally did this for no reason because I just thought it was fucking hilarious. Oh god,
Oh,
dude.
he's reaching.
But you would understand,
Dude,
like
you
people
have-
wanted Alex for years. They literally wanted
Yeah.
Alex since 2019 for sure. Like ever since the Slazo shit, because dude, the Slazo shit was like the first one. Pro Jared was really the first one where somebody got accused of like horrendous crimes and they kind of turned around. Slazo was like, the first fully innocent one.
Yeah, I watched like half of a video of his when I like going into like those years, and I just didn't like his voice, so I didn't watch his shit.
Yeah,
I just found him really annoying. That
Dude,
was it.
Alex was like a he was like old guard commentary. It was like him versus Kavos. So Kavos continuing to dunk on him for like the next 7 years is very funny. But yeah, when he covered that thing, and they were all, I don't know if you know this because you obviously went to VidCon, right? So you kind of know the VidCon thing now.
You're cutting out. Kind of knew what? Sorry.
Oh, do you know? All right, I got to tell you what we did to him because you've been to VidCon. Give me 2 seconds. It's gonna.
Nick never let anyone
I've
tell
been
you
inducted,
that you were
yeah.
wasting your time.
Oh, sorry. So you obviously went to VidCon. You know how the parties are, right? Like, you know, like the Airbnb structure, or like how people just have like B&Bs and parties, and that's like the whole.
Yeah, they nest around the convention. I learned the hard way. Yeah, you don't go to the convention.
So with Alex in 2019, he'd accused Slazo, along with King Ani and who else? Weasterner, Blues Dank. These guys were all involved publicly with like promoting this Che girl's allegations. And then Alex thought he was like a genius, right? He saw that like a small 1,000 sub nobody YouTuber critiqued him in a video. So he's like, oh, mate, I'll just hop in a call with him and Boblax, right, to talk about it. So he sat there with me, and because this is obviously before I got whatever reputation you heard. Alex just called me on Discord. And we didn't record him or anything. He just sat there on cam wearing his merch, talking to us about like what a virtuous mission he was on, about how all of his friends are actually like pedophiles and rapists and he has to expose them. They call him the Oracle of Sexual Assault. So he's actually doing everybody a great service right now by coming forward to talk about these vicious allegations against his former friend Slazo. The Slazo thing was even crazier because they were literally living together while he was concocting the plan to expose him. He was staying at Slazo was staying at his house, and they didn't even confront him in real life. They filmed podcasts together.
A parallel of Blowblacks, yeah. That's like they're literally describing like he was literally like going between people and backstab. It's like literally the same shit, except this one actually sounds like a legitimate manic episode. Like those are literal like thoughts of grandeur and shit. Like you could argue
he never even claimed
Alex
insanity. He just said he was doing the right thing.
That's how you knew it was real.
So
that's how you could tell.
All these guys got together. They had Discord groups. I think Pyro was added and he left. Like all these huge YouTubers were kind of talking about how they're gonna fuck up his vacation and tell people to avoid him because all these British YouTubers were coming to the States for VidCon. And when he calls me and talks to me, Boblax, and I think this was Boblax's girlfriend as well. This bunny character was in the call, who ended up, by the way, fun lore on her sideshow. She actually swore off men and became like a deacon for her local church after Boblax. So we don't know what happened to her.
I killed a few of those in Dark Souls. Yeah, I'm caught up.
As soon as she e-sexted Boblax, saw the e-peen and was like, I'm done with men. Okay, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but it's essentially what happened. So we get a call, me, Bunny, Boblax, and Alex just starts spouting off.
You keep sorry, you keep cutting like in
Am
and
I?
out.
Is there? I don't know if it's Discord. Let me try changing our location to here, because I don't think the stream is hearing that. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Does it sound any? Well, tell me if it's still doing it, because it might just be a Discord issue. But
okay.
So we're talking, and he's giving me these new allegations, and I went to Tommy C at the time, and I said, Tommy, I just wrote all this shit down in notes while we're talking. And he's like, we can't expose him because we have to go on vacation and we want to deal with it when we get back. So they wanted to come to America, have their fun weekend, and then like smear Slazo a second time after he like debunked it the first time. So I took this shit and I just said, all right, we're going to call Colossal as crazy because Tommy had the connection to do that. And we're going to call Slazo and we're going to figure this out right now. We call Slazo. He goes, nobody even reached out to me. That's how crazy this is. A 1,000 sub YouTuber and Tommy C got in touch with Slazo, and it was at a time where false allegations weren't very prevalent, so nobody even tried to ask him his side of the story or get more information. So we went there, me, Clown, and Tommy, and we interviewed him. And while this is happening, Turkey Tom was making his video. So I called.
Also, like Stunlocked here and Colossal is like all these names like being connected. Like they were literally just separate fucking TV channels for me. Like watching. That's fucking nuts.
Me too. This was crazy for me, but at the time I'm like, all right, we're doing something here. This is what we're doing here legitimately matters. So it went like over my head. But yeah, as like a commentary viewer first, this was insane for me. It was like my first year on YouTube. It was really fun. And I thought this was like it. This is my my one and done. We're doing a really cool thing right now, and then nothing else. So I find out, and keep in mind, we're all small at this point. Boblax is like 15K subs. I think I got like 2,000 or something. Augie is he's got like 3,000 subs.
You were getting beat out by Boblax?
Boblax beat out everybody because he got struck by Pokemon. So he popped off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, he was the biggest YouTuber for... That's why he got, like, the commentary egos, because he had, like, 300,000 subs. He was always bigger than us, but he could never retain viewership because he's not really entertaining. That was why he always got really mad. Because because Augie would go on vacation, and it would bother Bo Blacks that I would be asked to, like, cover the stream.
Never had the makings of a varsity YouTuber.
So,
just a little.
But we're like, how does a bunch of nobody YouTubers topple, like, a 1 million sub kid? Like, what the fuck do we do? So what we did was we literally coordinated the videos to drop every single day while he was on vacation. Just to fuck, because he said, I want to go on vacation and cover this when I get back. We're like, all right, Tom, you're dropping Monday, I'll drop Tuesday, Tom's second video Wednesday, Bo Black's Thursday, Black Wolf Company Friday, and there were people reporting back from VidCon saying, like, they're walking into Airbnbs, they're going into hotel rooms, they're watching these videos, panicking. Alex had, like, 1,000-yard stare, and he was walking up to Willie Mac's show at, like, the bar thing, like the bar parties, and being like, mate, let me just explain myself. We absolutely torched their entire fucking vacation. And when they got back,
it was going down at
do,
VidCon.
Yeah, it was like, all
that's
dude,
so
imagine your whole
surreal.
weekend and getting pulled into rooms being like, sir, a Turkey Tom video has just hit the tower. That's what we fucking did. It was the funniest thing I've ever done to anyone. And if we did it ever again in current day at our current sizes, people would think we're brigading. But we were the little guys fucking this entire group of bigger YouTubers vacations up. It was the funniest shit ever.
That's fucking insane. Like that's honestly more the expectation I had going to VidCon than I saw, because that sounds like what fucking like YouTubers would be doing. Like out of everything that I experienced at VidCon, I was like, you know, my parents, by the way, I'm so fucking lucky to have my parents. They paid for my VidCon trip.
Really?
I was literally talking to my brand manager, which I think we actually share, and I was literally like, hey, they had reduced help with me because I was circling drain like completely. And so I was like, I need to talk to other YouTubers. And this isn't, I'm not giving you any shit, but like Cam Nuggets or Dogpack, the people that I had kind of connected with all stopped doing YouTube.
Well, because what happened, we said what was going to happen. Like, as soon as the Mr. Beast thing dries up, it's sink or swim time. You'll find out, like, who actually can sustain an audience. Obviously, you were one of the people who could swim, and then some of those other guys couldn't.
For a while. My therapist told me to get into a routine schedule. Oh, right.
That's all you got to do is keep going. You'll hit another topic. Like, if you're good at what you do, you'll hit another topic. Some of those guys, not so much.
Right. And so, I was telling him, it's like, hey, I just need to meet other YouTubers. Like, please, like, for the love of God, I need to get ingrained. Like, I need to have coworkers. Like, I just need to. And so, I was told, like, hey, you know, come here. You don't really have to do the VidCon thing, but I was like, I'm going to give, like, the college try. I signed up for the fucking creator pass. I, you know, spent the extra money for that. And by me, I meant my parents, which thankfully I get to pay them back now. But I went to those convention panels, and they sucked dick. Yeah. It was like the most bare bones, absolutely meaningless stuff for people that were like just starting to like think of maybe making a YouTube short or some dumb shit like that. And so I was like, no, this is terrible. And so I went to a few Airbnbs, like kind of hung out a bit. And then I'd messaged you, and that, like Tom's party specifically, getting to meet video essay people and getting to meet commentary people was by far the highlight, because I didn't realize most of the people are the fucking same, which is like autistic savants of YouTube culture and history, which is just like storytelling, but everyone's got some crazy shit in the same way that you do. Everyone else there did. And I was like, these are the fucking people.
Well, now, in 2016, 2017, you're going to these panels, you might see Boogie2988 and Anita Sarkeesian. Like, that was what they used to have there. Now it's very, like, I was there for an hour. I didn't want to publicize that I was there because I saw they were doing Bigfoot sightings of Bo Blacks. So I was there, like, right at the very end. I was the last person, I think, to get a badge, because I wanted to get my shit that I paid for from that. Yeah. And it was completely dead. You and me are on the opposite sides of the spectrum. You're like, I need to meet people. I need to, like, expand. Meanwhile, I was sitting there and I'm like, Tom, we going to this party, or are we just going to stay back and drink at the fucking thing tonight? Let's stay back and drink again. I think at one point he was like, we're going to go to this party, and like, actually I shouldn't even say who it was, but there was some YouTuber he made a video on, and we were like, should we go to this party? I don't know about it. I'm like, yes, we should go, dude, because it'd be really funny if they walked up to us and said something crazy. Yes. And, but no, it was just like sitting at the Airbnb, chilling there, drinking, smoking cigars. Like, that was all I wanted to do. Basically, the people who were at the Airbnb was, like, for the most part, all I wanted to see. There were a couple people like you, Tro, that was cool to see at, like, the Rager, but I wasn't, like, trying to go meet, like, fucking Ian Hexcock from Smosh or something.
There's no, like, I don't know, like, respectfully, it's also just, like, if you're showing up to a situation like that or, like, a party like that, I can't make friends with you. Because, like, you're definitely not going to be in that place. Like, I genuinely, I just wanted to get to talk with people that did YouTube.
Yeah.
And just, like, actually talk about shit and do all that. And I was kind of being a fucking annoying little shitter to you while you were doing, like, your Ethan Hassan shit. Because, like, it was just, like, I just want to talk to people. Like, that was it. Like, just have friends that do YouTube. And so it was like that night, and then following into that, like, we went to Disneyland, like, for one of the last days with a group of people. And, like, just getting to, like, that's the whole reason. I don't know if you saw it. I have a video, and this isn't, I'm not bringing up shit for you. I know you're familiar with technicals.
Yeah.
We had went to that, or we went to Disneyland, and he, like, the Mango situation just hit with, like, Ludwig and Mango, like, dry humping, like, the women and shit. And he had a tweet that was going fucking nuts. And it was just N-word ... why. And it had, like, 50K likes and all this shit. And so I was like, hey, I was making a video while I was at VidCon. I was like, I'm going to make a video on this. Could you send me you reading that off? And he did. He sent me, like, 3 takes, and then I used it, and I just did, like, oh yeah, and then so, like, you know, I got to meet this person, and they had a really viral tweet about this situation, and this is what it said. And then I inserted his audio, and I got a bunch of. I thought we sounded different enough. That was not true.
Oh my god! People thought that you said the N-word.
Yeah, it's the Mango dry humping one. It's like a minute 10 in. So it was just like I just made it very clean, inserted. But, like, he has a higher voice, so I thought I was fine. No, people are like, dude, what's with the jump scare N-word? And, like, people are actually, like, freaking the fuck out about it.
So you're like, oh, I got him to say the N-word, so they'll think, cool, I'm doing a Technicals collab. And what you actually got was the Quintheo fucking N-word controversy.
You finally did it.
Oh my, that's actually insane. You fumbled. All you had to do was record a video of him saying it at Disneyland, and that would have been a completely different scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it's way funny. Like, looking at it, I was like, I'm proud of the timing, because it looks, like, so fucking smooth. But it was like, yeah, I guess maybe that wasn't, like, well, no, I'm not gonna I'm doubling down. That was great. I got so much.
But you're not doubling down if you're right.
People commenting and freaking out. True, I was right. My bad. Insane behavior.
Oh man, you got to tell me offline, because I'm not gonna bore them with this now. But you got to tell me offline how you like Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, we'll chat.
All right. I gotta get back to my segment though, because
we were talking for so long.
I gotta cook Dark Viper. I totally forgot that's like the main subject of the stream.
Didn't he just fuck up again?
Dark Viper. Dark Viper. I had to go because it's very difficult to cover Dark Viper. I have to, like, pre-watch it, cut it up, put it into a video, because he'll strike me if I don't. So I decided today I will be watching Dark Viper's video, and I had to make like a 50% cut with other shit added in, and then talk over it just to do it. And he, like, accuses me of, like, being responsible for his docs or something in here. It's insane.
What?
Yes,
dude, it just comes to you now.
Ballistic.
You've just been around long enough that they just give it to you. They're like, here's another video, bang it out, make 3 more VODs of it. Enjoy.
Well, I can't complain about the reputation, because the reputation also breeds so much content for my channel. So I'm, like, okay with people thinking I'm, like, a fucking demon to talk to.
Hit the Ouroboros, yeah. Well, good shit. Best of luck. Thanks for having me on. That was a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hope you have a good day. Good luck. Hope your channel keeps popping off, and I hope Pirate Software keeps providing fruit for the harvest.
If you're live tomorrow, you'll have a video to digest.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, I'll see ya.
Peace out, buddy. That was impromptu. I thought we were just gonna ask a question. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick, and then we're going to spend the rest of the stream mauling Dark Viper, because I'm going to be covering this for an extended period of time. That was the Pirate Software, Klein, Hassan, Destiny, EHD... EHDP.
Nick just started insulting me viciously.
Oh no, we can't call it EHDP.
How do you call an AI midstream?
Dude, it's EHDP, bro. Oh god, no. That can't be. That's not a good acronym. EHDP. All right, here. I'm gonna put on the segment about fucking Drew Pavlou. I'll be right back. Is this video out yet? Okay, it's out. Good. I don't know if I was leaking my own video. I think that Elon Musk should defund them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Whoa!
Just like a
Dude, his dad's gonna make him go to work.
rolling with punches in this fighter jet now. Politicians want us to sell out to China. I'll never allow it. I'll always defend Australia's sovereignty.
This is the thing from Star Wars.
No, I am not.
These are the bombers
Why
from
would
Star
so many
Wars, The
people
Last
be
Jedi.
Googling that?
Replay.
Oh yeah, it's the pinned comment. The chat was spamming the docs that Bad Empanada or whatever is responsible for. Well, yeah, that was good.
No matter what. Vote Drew Pavlou for Senate.
Hey, thank you for hitting the goal. Dude, you're gonna make him feel insufficient.
A patriotic progressive that'll bring Australia well into the future.
Guys, instead of talking about money in intervals of pinball machines, we're gonna talk about money in intervals of Drew Pavlos. Like 10 grand is a pinball machine, 5 grand is a Drew Pavlo. Okay.
How did we miss that? That is his only grab for attention that actually had my attention. If I knew he did that at the last election, I would have paid him out then. Drew Pavlou, Democratic Alliance. And then he does a classic Gerber-Gooley video to show how democratic he is.
Wait, what?
You see how he's always teetering on the edge of becoming everything he hates? Now, who am I kidding? Drew Maverick Pavlou would get my...
Drew Maverick Pavlou is fucking retarded. That's so good. That's so good, dude. This is... Wait. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Oh my god, he's Top Goy Maverick. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh no. He's become Top Goy Maverick. No.
I vote. Just look at this platform, guys. Lock Julian Assange up. Yes. Put Australia in NATO. Must be one of those Principality European nations. And make Pine Gap 1,000 times bigger.
What the fuck is Pine Gap, dude? Is he still at the gay bar? Dude, he went to the gay bar to make Pine Gap bigger.
Holy shit, that man likes foreign spies. What a, quote, progressive patriot.
What is Pine Gap, dude? I think the Pine Gap is what he was trying to extend in the bar.
Pine Gap.
Okay, guys, let's get this show on the road. Also, quickly, current Nick back. I might do a pinball stream tomorrow, and some of you people weren't here last time we did one of those. So just a heads up, I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow or if I'm going to do it over the weekend, but I'm thinking of doing some Godzilla IRL. So I think we haven't done one in a minute. I saw Stern just got like a new head of community and is looking to do like pinball stuff. So gotta start representing. Let's go, finally. Yeah, I'll show you like a past pinball stream really quick, because we have like a significantly different number setup than we did last time, so there's a chance that like a decent chunk of you, like that some of the people who watched the last one probably hate me now, I don't know, or we did Stranger Things, I think was this the birthday stream? I don't know if this was the birthday stream. We did Stranger Things. Yeah, we do the top down, and we cover the actual thing. Oh, I'm covering the pinball. Yeah. So we have the actual pinball machine here, and the chat is covering it again, so we're doing a really good job. But yeah, this is like the setup for it. I'll probably find a way to put chat on the screen, but we have like the DMD on the top. I'll probably put the chat like right here, and then we have like the gameplay. So yeah, it works pretty well. It's got all the fucking lighting effects and shit while it's happening. The ball, like you can see the ball pretty well. It moves pretty well. It's 60 frames per second, so it's not like you're watching like choppy footage or anything. It's pretty clean. It's a different format. We're gonna talk about drama, probably AMA style thing. It's not meant to be like a fucking or whatever. But yeah, it'll be fun. Because I don't know. I play like a lot of games on stream a lot. IRL games are different, but it's like a huge pain in the ass to set this thing up, so we don't do it a lot. It takes like probably an hour of prep time to put this piece of content out for just fun. Obviously, there's no like real metric to it. It's not like we're doing... I joked about it, saying the people who copy everything are gonna have to fucking pay quite a pretty penny to emulate that setup. But and it's also a huge pain in the ass.